Hello and welcome to the Bakagaijinshow. I'm your lovable rascal of a host, Zeke, and with me, as always, is my hopefully not, but almost inevitably infectious co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
This is sadly very true, very accurate, and I hate everything right now.
I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
To your detriment, but I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, unfortunately, recent events have opened you up to a good start-off point for the podcast, which is not good for me. Yeah, my sibling's oldest has COVID, Omicron variant, and now we're all quarantining. Yay!
And he has refused to follow my sensible suggestion of just confining the child in bubble wrap.
See, we would, but that also causes the problem of them not being able to breathe.
Well, it won't be a problem for very long.
God, reminds me of a thing that I saw last night where it's like, when you want to cut the bagel in half, put your finger in the stabilization hole to make sure that you get an even cut. And someone replies, "It only works 10 times though."
Perfect. I love it. So yeah.
Hey, can you stop a bullet once?
The best kind of humor, honestly.
Love it.
Straight to the gallows with you. Anyway, so things are a little tense at the Faulkner household, which is not actually the Faulkner household, but I'm calling it that because you're the most important person there to me.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, everyone else could just die in a fire or something. As long as I got Kevin, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be a little despondent for a little bit. I don't know, maybe a week tops, but you'll get over it.
Maybe a little longer than a week. Who knows?
Don't underestimate yourself.
I underestimate myself. I do that pretty often.
I know, and you shouldn't. You're a resilient chap. You know.
Oh, am I now?
You faced a life full of hardship, and you're still here laughing about it. So, you know, who's really the winner here?
True. This is a good point, actually. Thank you.
Baka Gaijin show. Positive vibes all around.
Inspirational.
Yeah, just ignore all those child murdering jokes from like 2 minutes ago, and we'll be good. You know it's going to be a good episode because I feel like that's in the top 10 openings we've ever done.
It's up there. It's up there.
I mean, like, it could all go downhill from here, but at least we got that.
True.
Although, to be fair, I don't remember every opening we've ever done.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, we've done a lot of them. Over 60 of them, in fact.
Indeed. Over the course of too many years for that number. But whatever, we're getting there. We're working on it.
We're a weekly podcast.
Exactly. If we keep up our weekly schedule, we will one day surpass NTR Radio, and that was the stated goal, so there you go.
They haven't been making episodes for a while, so, you know, we have a good shot. We have a good shot now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but they haven't made a new episode in a while.
Maybe they ran out of, like, old mecha series to talk about.
They might have.
It could have. It's a distinct possibility. Unlike us, since we never actually talk about anime. Therefore, we'll never run out of anime to talk about. It's great. Welcome to the Baka Gaijin Show, an anime podcast about anime? Maybe? Sometimes.
An anime podcast about everything but anime.
But none of that matters, Kevin, because I have 2 pens.
Yeah, how did you get those pens?
I stole them from my brother. Which is a bit of a story in itself. So I'm kind of ticked off at him.
So, what did he do?
So, he's applying to law school because he's boring, and he had to order apparently something he needed some information that wasn't on the website, but instead of having a fucking FAQ on the website like a normal fucking business, they make you order a fucking like booklet of things that tell you how to do things with their systems or whatever. Yeah. So he orders this booklet and he's rifling through it, and I was talking to him earlier, and I'm like, and he cannot find the information he needs. So that was a waste. I'm like, oh, you probably regret paying for that. And he's like, no, I didn't pay for it. They sent it to me for free. And I'm like, they just send it to you for free? And he's like, yeah, you just enter your address and they just send it to you. And I'm like, the gears are turning in my brain, Kevin. I'm thinking, I could get a VPN and I could just have them continually send these stupid lawyer booklets to random addresses. and I could bankrupt this law firm by just making them send, or at the very least, I would fuck up their spreadsheets because they would think they have way more fucking potential applicants than they actually do.
Yeah.
So that's my idea. Get a VPN, bankrupt this business, or at least throw off their books. But my stupid brother won't give me the link. He won't tell me what company this is.
My buddy Zeke here only has the weirdest schemes.
I don't know. It's pretty standard course of action to me. I mean, what are you sucking some lawyer dick on the side? What's going on there?
Sucking some lawyer dick.
So anyway, that's how I got these pens.
Very clicky.
Yeah, nice clicky.
You stole the pens to get back for the fact that he won't give you the link to the place so that you can bankrupt their business by having them send a bunch of pamphlets and brochures to random ass people across the United States.
That's not exactly why I took the pens, but that's close enough. We'll go with that.
Yeah, it makes for a fun story when you put it that way.
Yeah, that's a more entertaining solution. That's a more entertaining explanation than the actual explanation why I took these pens. Anyway, so that happened, and now I have these pens, and that's all you need to know. That's all I'm legally allowed to disclose at this time.
Fun.
So what's been up with you, you penless heathen?
Yeah, sadly, no pens, no pen in hand. I just got this very fleshy thumb here with no pen in it.
You'll never be invited to Penn Island at this rate.
Yeah.
I hear it's a fun place.
Yes. People constantly mispronounce it though.
Yeah, weird that. I hear Epstein was a frequent visitor.
No, I think he was actually going to Penis Land.
Oh, the real place. Okay, I see. Yeah.
He's not going anywhere now, but you know.
I love that tweet that's like, so you think the kids at Epstein's private pedophile island just kind of formed a, Lord of the Flies situation, or they just all die? These are the questions.
It does make you think. Like, it makes you wonder.
Every day, I am grateful that I am not a small Asian child given away by debt-ridden parents to join some kind of underground pedophile bunker coven. Every day I'm grateful that is not a situation I was born into.
But yeah, I have reached the halfway point of Mushoku Tensei.
Neat.
It's good.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that on its own episode someday. I already made something prophesized. Yeah.
Initially, I thought Roxy was going to be best girl, but kind of taken to Eris now. Yeah.
I mean, unless you had a little secret, that's a very common experience.
I bet it is. Because, Roxy makes a good first impression, but Eris has so much more development early on.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to continued thoughts on that eventually.
Of course.
Yeah. And up to anything else, though? Press any buttons in a rhythmic sequence to manipulate a character on screen?
Yeah, I got a little further into Saints Row 4, and honestly, I'm not really feeling this game. And a lot of that is just down to the fact that I don't feel like this game has a real identity. I don't really know what this game is trying to do, because at the very least with Saints Row the Third, I understood what it was doing.
Right.
It was... Saints Row 4 is too crazy. If that makes any sense.
We finally found your litmus test.
Yeah, I don't know, something about just what Saints Row 4 does. Another problem, one big issue I have with Saints Row 4 is gameplay.
Yeah.
It is super inconsistent, because something I'm coming into an issue with very early on in the game, because I'm still trying to, recruit the people that, Zinyak has in the simulation.
Right.
Is
you haven't got Keith David and Keith David's character yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
I got Keith David.
That's where the fun begins.
But yeah, one issue I'm having really early on is the fact that the gameplay outside of the gameplay in the overworld and the gameplay in the missions is radically different.
Yeah.
And a lot of the fun things that you can do that you exploit early on in the game out in the overworld, the superpowers and shit, you can't do in the missions.
Yeah.
And that makes the missions feel unnecessarily like it seems like it feels stupid to me. Like, why would you give me all of these fun things to do in the overworld, but I can't do them in the actual missions?
Because that'd be hard to balance.
Does the game care?
I don't know. Maybe.
It doesn't feel like the game in general cares about consistency overall, but then that's one thing where they try really hard to make it consistent, and it just feels like the difficulty, but but then you come into an issue where the overworld gameplay and the mission gameplay have this massive disconnect.
Right.
And I'm not enjoying that, because it feels like I'm playing a game. I'm playing one game in the overworld, and I'm playing a completely different game in missions, and I don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
understood. I don't remember that. I don't remember that bothering me very much.
I don't know. I might drop Saints Row 4. I don't know. I might.
Whoa. Wow.
Which sucks, but I might drop Saints Row 4.
Okay.
That said, I did play a little bit of Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered.
Yep.
I made things go boom.
Yeah. Good time.
Highly destructible environments are my shit.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Yeah. The first thing you do is you are given a bunch of remote mines, and you're told to blow up 2 massive buildings.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a good first impression.
Yeah, I talked about it when I played it a while ago, earlier this month. Man, it's been a long month.
It has.
Yeah, that's a great time if you just want missions that are just different ways to blow things up in different. Yeah, it's a nice, concise, like 10-hour campaign of varied missions, and it's nice.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to end up playing Red Faction instead of Saints Row. I might come back to Saints Row 4 at a way later date, but like right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm really not.
Yeah, I've had games like that where like I wasn't feeling it at the time, but then I came back years later. I'm like, this is fucking the shits.
Yeah.
Like I played Styx Master of Shadows forever ago. And I only got through like the second level, and I wasn't really feeling it. But then I played it last year or the year before?
Last year.
I don't remember. No, I think it was the year before. Yeah, it was the year before. It was the 2020 chart. And I really liked it. And then I went through that game, and I went through the sequel, and I went through the prequel, and now I just want Styx 3 to be confirmed.
Give me more Styx in my life.
Why won't they do Styx 3, Kevin? I don't care about Mutant League football. I don't care about the fucking roguelike deck builder they're making, because I don't know, everyone's got to make a roguelike deck builder. I've got to make a roguelike deck builder.
Are you going to make a roguelike deck builder?
The gun pressed against the back of my head says yes. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Yep. So look forward to that.
Pokemon Legends Arceus is out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And you know what? The exact same fucking shit that happens with every fucking Pokemon game happened again. Why are children shouting?
That happens when a Pokemon
Why
game is
are
released.
children shouting right now? Why?
That happens when a Pokemon game is released. Children shout.
I said
the world
Pokemon,
over.
And suddenly these kids start going ape shit.
Yeah, it's the magic. It's like Candyman, but
one episode. Can I go one podcast episode these days without children exploding outside my door?
Well, well, maybe if they all get sick, they'll shut up.
That is a horrible thing to say!
But accurate. Scientifically accurate. It's hard to scream when your lungs have reduced capacity.
I don't want to say you're right.
You can just say I'm correct.
Just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
Okay, Shiro, calm down. No need to get all Fate Stay Night in my face.
A birthday is a day when you celebrate your birth.
Wise words from Shiro. Wise words.
We have 3 different continuities where Shiro has said something stupid like that.
Why does this keep happening? It's just a curse at this point.
It's a running joke is what it is.
I would not be surprised. Yeah.
I'm confident that this is a running joke now.
Yeah, either the writers or the translators, somebody's doing it on purpose.
Yeah. So, God, what was I saying?
Something about Pokemon.
Right, yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus is out. And what happens every time a new Pokemon game comes out happened again. New Pokemon game is announced. People are excited. New info comes out. People start complaining about really obnoxious and obtuse bullshit that doesn't actually affect any of the gameplay or story, or anything of actual meaning in the game. People, make a big deal about, oh, this game is gonna suck, I hate it. Game actually comes out. People actually like it. It's good now.
Yeah.
Can we
It does look worse than Oblivion, though, which is funny to me.
Technically, okay, oh God. Someone compared it to Twilight Princess in my mentions, and God, that is such a disingenuous comparison. Because it's like, okay.
Yeah, you can't expect a game released this week to be as good as a game released 15 years ago.
You have to understand...
That's crazy!
You have to understand, Pokemon Legends is an open-world game, and Twilight Princess has smaller, contained areas.
See, this is why comparing it to Oblivion was the Chad move.
See, that I get. That shit I get. Okay.
Right.
But that said, it looks really fun. I am loving everything that I'm seeing from, gameplay and shit. And also, there's a lot of weird lore stuff that's being introduced in this game. Apparently Ride Pokemon from Sword and Shield have been around for, centuries?
You could have fooled me.
Yeah, apparently
this is like when Disgaea D2...
No, I think Ride Pokemon was Alola. But
yeah, it's Alola.
Yeah, Ride Pokemon have been around for that long, but they've mostly been contained to Alola?
This kind of reminds me of when Disgaea D2 went back to the mechanics of the first game and got rid of the mechanics that were introduced in 3 and 4. Somehow the different netherworlds have exclusive gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
Wow. And also there was this line that you and I were just befuddled about in DMs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Pokemon can change size and that's how they hide in tall grass?
It cannot work that way. It cannot work that way. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. You think about it for more than 5 seconds and you're like, wait a fucking second. No.
The balls have to digitize them. It doesn't make sense. How do the PCs work? Do you just cram very tiny Pokemon on a PC? Then how come you can access them from any PC?
Okay, Arceus, get inside the USB port.
Yeah, and somebody fucking in the comments was like, how does catching Pokemon work at this point? Because if they're willingly shrinking down, why do they break balls when a capture fails?
Exactly. I'm thinking it was a mistranslation. I'm starting to think it was a mistranslation.
Probably. Or one of those weird cases where they try to act like this game about cockfighting animals is more consensual than it actually is.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, a core mechanic is that you can fail to capture them. It literally cannot be consensual.
So, and another thing is, apparently this is a time travel story, because, the main characters are the same ones from Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, I thought they were their identical ancestors.
No, it's the same characters. It's Dawn and...
Lucas?
Lucas, yeah. It's Dawn and Lucas.
Yeah.
Also, Dawn is 15 now. The game actually specifies that your character is 15 now.
That we're getting, you know what? I'll take it. We're getting closer to Black and White, and that's a good thing. Black and White did that. Black and White's the best thing ever, so that's cool.
Yeah, how old were the characters in that? 16, 17?
No, they're 15.
Okay, alright. Yeah,
they were not 10 is my point.
Give us more older Pokemon trainers as, the main characters, please.
Ew, I just found a fucking piece of cheese on my desk that is solidified.
Ew.
Into this hard, it's glassy.
Ew.
put that away.
That is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Legends
Yeah.
Arceus looks good. I'm not gonna buy it immediately because one, I have no money for it.
True.
And two, there are other games coming out soon that I have more immediate interest in.
Look at this loser not hacking a Switch.
Yeah, we've been over this. But
We could stand to mock you several more times.
I'm probably gonna get Legends Arceus later in the year, though.
Yeah.
This is the first Pokemon game since Sun and Moon where I've actually thought it looked interesting.
Yeah, when it goes on sale for $5 off.
Excuse me, $10.
Whoa, Big Daddy Nintendo, super generous this year. What's going on? You okay, buddy? You drunk?
But yeah, Legends Arceus looks really good. Can't wait to play that. Well, I will wait. I can wait. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, you're physically capable of waiting. Yeah.
You know what I mean. I'm interested.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's a good-looking game, and also the open world elements were partially developed by Monolith Soft, which is funny because it seems that whenever another Nintendo property decides to go the open world route, the developers are immediately like, "All right, bring in Monolith Soft. We need help.
Yeah.
Bring in the Xenoblade people." To be fair, Monolith made good open world environments for the Xenoblade games, so
Yeah.
they kind of know their shit at this point. If you're gonna get anybody to help you make a good open world environment, get Monolith Soft. And on Thursday, and this is stuff you don't care about, but I think it's fun.
Okay.
But on Thursday, okay, it actually started on Wednesday. There was an announcement in a major Discord server. I'm in the Discord server for a YouTuber named Nuxtaku. And he was doing this contest of, make me laugh and you get merch.
Sure.
And the thing is, normally whenever he does whenever he does, what are you doing?
I'm brushing crumbs off my fucking mouse pad.
Oh, okay, I was wondering what that sound was. It was distracting.
I'm cleaning, Kevin. Get off my back.
I'm not on your back. I was asking.
Good. I don't want you on my back. You're probably contagious.
I might be.
It's entirely possible.
I'd
Anyway,
test.
go on.
I'd test, but we don't have tests at the moment. We're gonna wait. We're gonna
common conundrum.
We're gonna wait until after the quarantine period, and then I'm gonna test. But
Save that money.
exactly. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. Now Nux, whenever he does these contests, it's all for content. Like he's doing this so that he can make new videos and shit. And he likes to involve his community in the stuff that he does pretty frequently.
Sure.
Which is something that I like about him. He's very community focused.
Yeah, he exploits you for views.
Which I'm happy to be exploited.
We've established this. You're something, or you're a piece of work.
I'm a whore.
Yeah, that's a. I wasn't gonna say it, but that's a good.
Look,
good
when
word for you.
I'm admitting it, it's okay. Look,
Double,
I know myself.
Double standards. If you can call yourself a whore, I can call you a whore.
Has that ever stopped you?
These are the questions.
Has
These
this
are the questions.
ever stopped you before?
These are good. I can't remember the last time I called you a whore, other than 30 seconds ago, and also just now.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, typically he brings in a couple of other content creators to, help him with his content.
Sure.
And it's completely random every time.
Wow, this guy just sounds like the hardest worker. Gets his audience to make content for him, gets other creators to make content for him. Does he do anything?
It's a collaborative thing. He enjoys the collaborative aspect of it.
That's what they all say. Oh, I just want to... They tell you, I just want to collab. Can someone give me ideas for my Fangin? I just want to collab.
I think you have...
Kevin. That's all it starts.
I think you have a bit of a skewed idea of what a collaboration is at this point.
I think I have the correct interpretation of what a collaboration, quote unquote, what a quote unquote collaboration, quote unquote, is, quote unquote.
The last quote unquote is literally just 2 quote marks next to each other.
Yeah, sometimes when people are angry, they make typos, Kevin. It happens.
True. I've been there. I've done that. I've wrote the book on it. The book
We've
has a
all
lot of
been there.
typos.
Yeah, the publisher was not happy about that. They had to recall it, reprint. It's a whole deal.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
as I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was an audition process that the Discord moderators for Nux's server did, and on Wednesday was the audition process, which I passed the audition, I got put into the raffle, and later that night I was chosen from the raffle to appear in the video. So I was like, well, here we go.
Yeah, you want a chance to win a chance. It's kind of like playing TF2, I guess.
This is just like Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, you can win a chance to get a key to buy a chance to win a chance to open a crate. It's like that. For whatever this is.
There's an EA joke somewhere in here.
What was your bit, by the way? What was your bit of comedic genius that passed you the auditions?
I showed them my shitpost videos.
Oh, that's I thought it was like an improv thing.
No, they give you a bunch of like basically anything you want to do to make them laugh, you can do. You can tell jokes, you can show them videos you've made.
Can you show them someone else's video? You said anything.
I mean, I guess. But yeah, I decided to show them my shitpost videos.
Sure.
And that ended up passing me the audition and putting me into the raffle, which I was one of, I think, 50 people who was chosen. So, and mind you, that's out of like a good couple hundred people who auditioned. So,
very popular for a guy I've never heard of.
He is pretty popular. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't use TikTok, so I don't know who anyone is.
I don't even know if Nux uses TikTok. That said, I had to wake up at like 10 a.m. on Thursday, which is earlier than I normally get up.
Yeah.
Which says a lot about me.
I'm aware.
So, the whole process of waiting for Nux was interesting because a lot of the mods were actually in the queue with us, because everybody who had auditioned who was waiting for Nux was muted, and only the moderators could speak.
Sure.
Just so it wasn't just a cacophony of 50 people talking at the same time.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to overload the servers and shit. But yeah, like there were a good few dozen people there with the mods there keeping us entertained. One of the mods, who is Nux's artist for his server emotes, Mama Hilda, she was there, and she was just doing a drawing stream, showing us some stuff that she was doing. And she mentions offhand that considering all of the correspondence she's had with Nux, she has never actually spoken with Nux before, like in voice chat.
Sure.
And she was like, I am super nervous. She was like, I'm super nervous by
She also
nature.
never watched him? Because if she watched him, she'd know what he sounds like.
Oh,
right?
yeah, she has, but like it's kind of a different thing to like text chat versus voice chat.
Sure.
Which I now know from firsthand experience because I actually talked to him, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, you'll never wash your vocal cords again.
I'll never clean my ears again. Like what? What do I listen to him with my mouth? What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like I'd be really good at whatever this contest is, though.
You probably would have made Nux laugh.
I make everybody laugh. That's what I do. I'm an entertainer. I have a podcast. You should listen to it. It's called the Bakagaijinshow.
Hey, you are listening to this if you can hear us.
Whoa! Fucking Inception, Bwong.
Hell yeah.
Bwong.
But yeah, Hilda mentioning that it's like if I ever get into a voice chat with Nux, it's going to be like I'm going to be like I could die of embarrassment. Ended up being prophetic for about 10 minutes later because it turns out Nux has hardcore boomer energy. This man, despite being a VTuber, is kind of technologically illiterate.
Now I hate him. I was almost starting to like this con artist, and now I don't like him. Thanks.
He uses a VTuber avatar. That's really all he does.
That's what a VTuber is, Kevin. That's like saying someone's a murderer. Oh, they just kill people. That's all it is.
Wait, what?
I'm not conflating those things. I'm just saying it's a stupid descriptor.
Okay.
Because yeah, you say he's a VTuber. I'm like, he's a VTuber, and you're like, no, he just uses a VTuber avatar. That's what a VTuber is.
Yeah, but he does content differently from a lot of other VTubers.
Sure.
Yeah, but Nux ended up, being about 30 minutes late. And I mentioned before that we didn't know anybody he was going to be collaborating with going in. And he ended up bringing in the two people of his acquaintances that I wanted to talk to the most. And mind you,
Scott the Woz and Mark Wahlberg.
I wish I could talk to Scott the Woz, but
I wish I could talk to Mark Wahlberg. I want to know how to survive on the streets.
How is it like playing opposite literally nothing when you were in the Transformers movies?
Well, that's the thing, is that he never lost faith in the promise.
I'm gonna kill you!
Well, maybe you should lost faith in the bribes. He never lost faith. Mark Wahlberg never lost faith in the primes.
God damn it. So, yeah. Nux brings in two people, Nags and Chibidoki. Nags is like a regular streamer and content creator, and Chibidoki is another VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody's waiting in the everybody's just waiting in the queue, and Nux starts bringing people in. The first person he brings in happens to be Mama Hilda.
In the queue. You're getting so British lately.
Q is
in the queue. I want everyone to know. Last night he DM'd me with "in it."
In it.
Yeah, I was like, "You want to record tomorrow?" I was like, "Oh, it's that time of the week, in it." Oh, I can't swallow. It's that time of the week, in it, governor. Yeah. Gotta record a podcast, eh?
Well,
I gotta cancel my weekly pub crawl.
Look, it's the way I talk. It's like, oh, it's Friday, isn't it?
I'm just saying, you're getting more British with your in-its and your cues.
Look, look, half the YouTubers I watch are fucking British. All right. Some of their dialogue is rubbing off on me. At the very least, their accent is not.
I didn't know parasocial relationships could start infecting your speech patterns.
Stop it. Stop. It's not parasocial.
Everything you enjoy is a lie, Kevin. I'm gonna hammer that into your brain until it stops being funny and it just starts being sad.
You're not right. Anyway.
We've already established I'm correct. You told me I was correct 10 minutes ago.
About something different. Completely different.
Once correct, always correct.
Anyway. Holy shit.
I really know how to turn a 10-minute story into a 25-minute story.
So yeah, Nux accidentally brings in Mama Hilda because I guess he either wasn't paying attention or he was just really tired from waking up early.
Didn't he schedule it to be early?
He had a lot to do that day.
I'm just saying, you don't get to complain at that point.
I know,
you scheduled it. You made everyone else tired to be there.
Exactly. What the fuck, Nux?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
If I was president, I'd pass the law saying no one's allowed to do anything the first 2 hours of the day. Now, that would be literally impossible to enforce because everyone gets up at different times, but that's the point. Then no one will ever do anything, and we can all not be tired. It'll be great.
Yay.
Society will collapse, but at least we'll get that nap in.
Society will collapse, but at least you'll get that nap in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vote for Zeke! Vote for Zeke.
Clearly the best option.
Exactly. What are you gonna do, the other guy?
So yeah, Mama Hilda is in there for about 2.5 minutes, and the entire time, everybody in general chat, which includes everybody who is currently in the queue, is like, oh no! Because we had just heard Mama Hilda mention, oh god, if I go in there, then I'm gonna be so embarrassed. She comes out. You can hear the fact that she is flushed red in the face. She is so nervous, like, oh my god! And that wasn't the first time that happened. There were multiple points throughout this entire thing where Nux, not paying any attention, just accidentally dragged random mods into the voice chat. Which, apparently, Nags and Chibidoki thought was fucking hilarious. So, I end up waiting for about an hour before I get in, and, you know, there's various hijinks happening. One thing that happens during my wait in the queue during that entire hour-long period, one of the things that happens is, so there's a server emote. I don't think it's there anymore, but there's a server emote called Nag's Nose. Now, Nags has kind of a prominent nose, and apparently, Nux made a server emote that is literally just Nags, but with a massively elongated nose. And
that seems offensive.
Yeah, and apparently this emote annoys the fuck out of Nags. because apparently Nags has mentioned it before that this server emote is just like, oh my god, why are you people doing this? Oh my god.
Sure.
And someone in the chat, right before I get in, is like, we should change our screen names to Nag's Nose and troll him. And one of the people who came in before me had Nag's Nose as their screen name. So they're dropped out of the call. I get put in. And by the way, another thing that happened before I went in, the first 3 people who went in accidentally got kicked from the server because, again, Nux has boomer energy and is slightly technologically illiterate. He thought he was booting them out of the voice chat. He was actually booting them out of the whole damn server. One of the mods...
No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at a Laura Trump tweet.
Oh god.
Very funny stuff. Anyway.
But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. Stop distracting me!
I didn't even say anything!
You were laughing! And then you're like, oh, I'm not laughing
funny.
at you.
I'm DMing you, it's funny!
And one of the... I'll take a look at it in a second, but one of the mods literally had to go in and it's like, Nux, stop kicking people from the server!
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, it was a kick and not a ban, so all the people who got kicked rejoined 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
But that was, like, a fun little thing where the mods were just scrambling to tell Nux, stop kicking people from the server! Jeez. Yeah, that is really funny, actually.
I told you.
So I get in, and apparently, so I get in after, you know, the Nag's Nose guy, and, you know, I'm introducing myself, you know, Nux, Nags, and Chibi are introducing themselves to me, even though I know all 3 of them very well. I'm big fans of all 3 of them. And Chibi is like, okay, and Chibi tells me, okay, here's the game plan. If you make fun of Nags, you're automatically in the video. And I'm like, really now? And she's like, yeah, we've heard insults about his nose, we've heard insults about his dick, we've heard insults about his face. What are you gonna talk, like, it's like, come on, go for it. And I'm like...
Yeah, we're running out of body parts here.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, I don't know, and I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna, like, insult him with, but, like... Didn't someone come in with, like, a Nag's Nose screen name? Like, me bringing it up, and Nags mentions, yeah, I don't know what the hell is up with that. Apparently he just looked down at the queue, and he starts shouting at the top of his lungs, why are there 4 people with Nag's Nose as their screen name? Which, Nux is trying really hard not to bust up laughing, because that's the whole point. Meanwhile, me and Chibi are dying. Me and Chibidoki think this is hilarious.
Sure.
So, I show them my shit posts. Nags thinks I'm pretty cool. Nags is like, I like this guy. I like his personality. Like, Golden Buzzer, I like this guy. His stuff is funny. Like, Nags thinks I'm hilarious. like
Sure.
massive ego boost. Thank you. I didn't need that Nux, but I didn't need that Nags, but I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, you can keep telling yourself that. It's fine.
Look. When the people you respect and admire think you're funny, that is a massive ego boost, whether you want it to be or not.
Yeah, I don't know what that feels like. I don't respect anyone.
Wow. Wow, you just came out and said that.
Yeah. Brutally honest podcast. When have I ever fucking hid an aspect of myself on the podcast? If anything, I'm too open and honest.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
True.
Fucking,
That's true.
Maybe.
Oh my god, he's so right. He's a genius. He's a visionary. He just fucking paved the way for generations of internet content to come.
That man just came out and said that thing.
Yep. Stewie just said that. Take it home with you.
So, like, I'm in there for a good 5 or so minutes. I'm in there longer than some other people were. Because, like, Nags and Chibidoki are just chatting it up with me, and I think this is great.
Yeah.
And now, the night before, I was watching Chibidoki's stream, actually, on Twitch. And she was playing Minecraft, and through her own, for lack of a better term, incompetence, she accidentally set her Minecraft house on fire. Like, she was trying to, like, you know, make a joke, and, like, it's like, this chicken here, chat, this is you. She, like, puts it behind a couple of wood blocks and then sets the wood blocks on fire, not realizing that her house is also made of wood.
That's an odd amount of disdain for your audience.
She's a troll. She's a little gremlin. And
Sure.
like, everybody in chat was just shouting at her while she was doing other things. Chibi, your house. Chibi, turn around. Chibi, turn around. Your house is on fire. Chibi, turn around. And it wasn't until somebody actually used a message, like somebody tipped her like $10 to send her a message, to actually use like text-to-speech to say, Chibi, your house. At which point she turned around, realized her mistake, and just screamed. Bolted over to the nearby lake and just got a bucket of water and started just like dumping it everywhere. And Chibi asked me a question. I don't remember quite what the question is. If I end up in Nux's video, I can just point y'all to that. But
What the fuck?
Give me a second.
Sorry, somebody posted to our mildly infuriating about getting boneless wings from Pizza Hut delivery that turned out raw. This is the second post I've seen in 3 days about someone getting raw chicken from an establishment. What is going on, America?
Yeah, I saw the other one. Wasn't it from like fucking Popeyes or something?
No, it's from Bojangles. Somebody got a
Bojangles,
Bojangle. Yeah, I got the chicken sandwich from Bojangles, and it was completely fucking raw.
They just breaded the damn thing and didn't cook it at all.
Yeah, look at this picture. Somebody posted a pic. They got the boneless wings from Pizza Hut, and it's completely fucking raw. What is happening?
Oh my god, what the fuck? Jesus. Yeah, I'm putting
That
that
is
in the video.
gross. That is gross.
Yeah, I can put that in the video. Like, I'll
Also, that thing I said to you earlier, which is fucking funny.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Somebody.
Somebody's down horrendous.
Oh my! You can't be any more down than that.
That isn't down bad. That is down horrendous.
That is center of the fucking earth, is what that is.
Anyway, Chibi asks me a question, and I don't quite remember what the question was, but if I'm in Nux's video, it'll be there. And I'm like, Chibi asked me a question, and I'm like, and I randomly remember the Twitch stream the other night, and I'm like, no, but I was watching your Twitch stream last night, Chibi, and mind you, Chibi has... Please stop clicking. That's very distracting.
What do you think I got the pens for? Come on.
Not while I'm telling a story. It's distracting.
I've heard this story before.
Yes, but they haven't.
I know, and I'm respecting that, but respect that I'm getting a little bored. I've heard it. Let me have my pens.
Let me have my story.
Fine, I'll mute myself, but I'm still clicking.
Okay.
Compromise, that's the name of the game. Anyway, go on.
So yeah, Chibi asked me a question, and I remember the Twitch stream, and I'm like, no, but I was watching the Twitch stream last night, and I'm sorry about your Minecraft house burning down. And mind you, Chibi has 2 modes. She has cute, sweet little, anime, pink-haired anime lily girl, and absolute fucking gremlin. And this entire time, she has been, the cutesy anime girl with, a little bit of gremlin on the side. I made her go full gremlin, and she's just like, ban him! Ban him! Which, again, Nags thinks this is funny as hell. And I'm just like, I said I was sorry! It's not an insult! Which I think Nux thought that was a funny enough point to cut me off, because he just dragged me down into the gaming chat. So, I'm done. I get into the gaming chat, and I'm just laughing my ass off, and everyone's like, oh, did you just get done with Nux? Because apparently multiple people came in just laughing their ass off afterwards. But yeah, Thursday, was also the day that I found out my oldest sibling's child has COVID. But,
Your oldest sibling's oldest child.
Yes. Well, okay.
Oh my god, it's like the Spiderwick Chronicles, Kevin.
Well, not my oldest sibling, but whatever. Anyway,
it's like the Spiderwick Chronicles, because if you're the 7th son of a 7th son, you might have the sight.
Oh.
If someone out there gets that reference, you get 5 awesome points on the house.
But yeah, the rest of my day that day was an absolute fucking clusterfuck, but it started off really strong.
Okay.
I had a really fun time. It was great.
And then the bad news came.
Yeah, unfortunately, and the result is here's the plan. Here's how it's gonna work.
Here's the breakdown. We're breaking it down. Breakdown.
Da na 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 na.
It won't be as exciting as that.
Unfortunately.
Few things.
1999.
Yeah. Few things are as exciting as the bites the dust dark. You can't hold that against us.
True. You can't. But that said, here's the plan. If only one person in the house who is not me ends up COVID positive after the quarantine period, I can still safely quarantine myself away from one person. So I can do that, and I can go to OhioCon.
You still got to test negative, though.
I know. But if I test positive, or if more than one person in the house tests positive, I can't go.
Yeah.
And that's going to suck for everyone. Because unfortunately, I have learned that I am the linchpin to this entire trip.
Yeah.
If I end up dropping out of OhioCon, you're going to drop out of OhioCon, which means that Saradin is going to have to drop out of OhioCon, which means Cubate the Third is going to have to drop out of OhioCon, meaning nobody can go.
Exactly.
I am
so no pressure, Kevin.
Literally all the pressure.
And that's why it's a perfect time to wrap the child in bubble wrap. And possibly ship them off to Wisconsin.
We're bringing it back.
Why Wisconsin? That's a dark backstory I don't feel like getting into.
It all started in the summer of 1999.
When I was 5?
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know if I need you making up my backstory.
Wait, no, you would have been 4. No, wait, you would have been 6.
In 1999? In the summer of 1999.
No, yeah, you would have been 5, yeah. What is math anyway?
I would have been 5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah,
you would have been 5.
I
would have been the exact same age because we have the same birthday, which just happened recently, and I can't help but notice no one in the audience sent us presents.
I got sent a present. I have Discord Nitro.
What? Who sent you a present?
Cubate the Third.
Oh, well, I can't get, your butt buddies. I can't get mad at that.
We're dating. It's a thing.
Yeah, if you sent it to me, that would have been weird. I would have been like, well, I'm flattered, but no. You other people, come back when you're less corporeal.
Look, I mostly use it just so I can abuse server emotes.
Yeah, I've noticed. I'm not jealous.
Totally not jealous at all.
Didn't you hear me? I'm not jealous, Kevin. I'm not jealous.
I believe you.
Okay. Just want to make that clear.
I know.
Establish that. Not jealous.
I heard you.
Do I need to put a hashtag in front of it? I will.
No, point made. Point made.
Hashtag no jelly.
Hashtag not needed.
No jelly in the fridge.
So, yeah, happy 28th, dude.
Oh God, yeah, we're one step closer to death.
Oh God, we're in our late 20s now.
Yep, we're one step closer to the grave, and we are socially conditioned to celebrate that for some reason.
I think it's more so good. Congratulations, you survived.
See, that's why you look on the positive side of things. That's why we keep you here, to balance things out.
It's not
We're
so.
balancing things out.
Yeah, it's not so much. Congratulations, you're one step closer to death. It's more so. Congratulations, you're not dead yet.
Both of them have horrifying implications, but one is slightly more positive than the other.
One is a fair bit more positive than the other, but both of them have kind of a dark undercurrent.
Yeah, that's your choice in life. Dark undercurrent or dark undercurrent where you lie to make yourself feel better.
I'm not lying to myself. It's facts.
That's what someone who's lying to themselves would say. Who's lying to themselves like, oh yeah, I'm lying to myself. No, you're not. If you weren't, you wouldn't have just said that.
But you say you're not lying to yourself, which means you might be lying to yourself. So who's really lying to themselves?
I'm never lying to myself unless
You literally just said what you told me.
I think you're lying to yourself.
I think you're lying to yourself.
We're all lying to ourselves, Kevin. We live in a society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Joker moment, man. It's gonna be our Joker moment.
Well, I guess it's been a Baka Gaijin show after all. Roll credits.
You want to hear another joke, Zeke?
Am I gonna get what I fucking deserve?
Yeah, you might.
Then no.
Okay, alright. Damn.
Almost got me. Your assassination attempts need some work.
They do. You know, my subtlety needs work.
Yeah, Kevin. Since the beginning, Kevin's been trying to assassinate and dethrone me and rename the show the Stupid Foreigner Show because he thinks he thinks the Japanese is ruining our audience growth potential.
Look, it's translation convention, okay?
We've had this argument. For almost 10 years now.
Oh God.
We started this podcast in 2014, Kevin.
Oh my God. We've been doing this for almost 8 years. Oh my God.
To be fair, we've been doing this very on and off for almost 8 years.
We've known each other for so long.
Yeah. Kevin, we're gonna be in the fucking retirement home playing shuffleboard together. You're stuck with me!
Did you see the new episode of that show last night?
No, anime was banned when the CCP took over, you dumb dingus.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Sometimes I forget we live in a fascist dictatorship.
What did you say about my face?
The only reason we haven't been arrested yet is because no one can figure out what we're saying.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
What?
You know, the future's not so bad, I guess.
So that's what I've been up to. What have you been up to?
You know, not much. Not much. Quite a lot, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so, on my birthday, I ordered it before, but they arrived on my birthday. I ordered all of the Shakugan no Shana Blu-rays.
3 seasons in a movie. Oh, not the movie?
I didn't buy the movie. I bought the OVAs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really care about the movie. But yeah, I bought all of the Shakugan no Shana Blu-rays that matter. And I started watching them on my birthday, and I am now 3 episodes from finishing season 2.
Oh, nice.
So, that's a lot of Shauna in a condensed period of time. It's actually research. This is research, Kevin, because I'm doing a video.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing. I'm doing a video essay. I should also mention that I posted an audio. Sorry, I'm doing an audio essay. I posted an audio essay recently on Life is Strange True Colors. Everyone should go check that out.
You did. I listened to it. It's a very good essay.
Thank you. I
Love
wrote
how-
it myself with my hands.
I love how you mentioned my comment, and I'm like, no, I. Like, you mentioned that my comment was like really negative, and I'm like, it really wasn't. I was literally just saying what you said in the video, but like, shorter.
Kevin, look, Kevin, like, it's YouTube comments. It's a binary. They're either good or bad, Kevin.
True.
Would it be a YouTube comment if it wasn't grossly misinterpreted by everyone involved?
You make a very, very good point here.
I only make good points. That's why I'm an essayist.
That kind of is the whole point, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm doing another audio essay in the near future about why did Shakugan no Shana fall out of public consciousness? I gotta workshop the title. But why did it fall out of public consciousness? Why is it not talked about anymore?
Why did people forget about Shakugan no Shana?
Exactly. Because it was a big hit, Kevin. It was big once upon a time. It was highly influential.
It was. Literally, everything, a lot of things we know, we take for granted in anime now originated in Shakugan no Shana.
Or at least were codified by it.
Yeah.
You gotta cover your ass that way, because someone's like, actually, back in 1984, some series did this. I'm like, shut the fuck up, nobody cares. Anime didn't exist until the year 2000. Anyway. But, you know...
Yeah, nobody cares about Mecha Adolescent Scrimblow, okay?
Mecha Scrimblow. He's the final boss of Wolfenstein 3D. Anyway, but Shakugan no Shana was a big series. It was a big hit. It was highly influential. I watched it about a decade ago and I liked it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy all the Blu-rays and rewatch the show and see how I feel about it. I don't want to spoil too much. I actually kind of like it more the second time around.
Wow, that's actually completely different from how a lot of other people feel.
Yeah, I was fully prepared to go into this and not like it as much as I remember liking it, because it had been almost 10 years. Like I think I watched in like 2013 or something. So
yeah.
It's been a hot sec. It's been a bit long enough to forget a lot. You know, slip through the cracks, maybe, you know, have positive associations that weren't actually based in reality, whatever. But like, I was fully prepared to go into it and think it was worse than I remembered it being. But I actually think it's about as good, or in some cases, actually better than I remember it being. Especially since I'm going into it with the kind of critical mindset of trying to, you know, write an essay on it.
True.
But so like the video's going to be partially like a review, an impression sort of thing, but it's also going to be sort of my analysis about why it didn't have staying power, why it kind of fell out of the public discourse, why it was forgotten.
Shakugan no Shana, a measured response.
Sure, why not? But yeah, and like this topic has like consumed my brain. And I'm like super, like I've said, I hyperfixate with the best of them, you know. So, you know, I want to get to the bottom of this mystery. Like, it's enticed me for a while, but like recently when I saw the Blu-rays were on sale, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna do my due diligence, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna put together the reasons. It's like death of a game, but it's death of an anime.
Yeah.
It's like the contributing factors as to why it fell off, because I'm fascinated by this idea, Kevin, that like something, it was big, it was influential, it defined a section of the industry for a while, and now nobody talks about it. It's not recommended. Like, it's just kind of been forgotten.
Yep.
And it's not even that old. Like, I mean, like, it's old, but it's not like ancient.
Yeah, like there are still shows from earlier than Shakugan no Shana, even shows that came out around the same time as Shakugan no Shana, that people still talk about. Like,
yeah,
Haruhi Suzumiya saw a similar, like, precipitous fall in popularity, but people still talk about Haruhi. People still talk about Lucky Star. People still talk about, you know, stuff that came out around that time that was at a similar level of popularity to Shana. But Shana is just kind of forgotten comparatively.
Why is that, Kevin? Somebody needs to do an essay about that. Analyze that.
Maybe you should.
That's a good idea. I should do that. You know, coincidentally, I happen to be halfway through watching the show, so I mean, like, that's a thing I could do.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah. You know what? I've decided. I'm going to write an essay exploring why Shauna fell off. Why don't people talk about Sean anymore? Because like it was a hit, Kevin. It wasn't. I'm just looping at this point.
You are.
But, like, yeah. So yeah, my brain is wired on nothing but Shauna at this point because it's like like I said, I've watched at this point, and I'm going deep. I'm going balls deep. We got the bonus features unlock. I'm watching the Shaunatons, which are great because they feel like robot chicken parodies of Shauna, but they're actually real. They have
great.
like. I DM'd you. I said they have weird old school Pixar outtake energy, which is a weird thing for an anime to have.
I love the concept of that.
Yeah, so I got the Shaunatons. I got the Nazi Nani Shaunas, where they explain terminology and shit. I listened to an episode commentary with Jeremy Lee and Josh Greeley, which apparently it's pronounced Greeley, so my entire life is a lie.
I thought it was pronounced Grell.
I always thought it was Grell too. I've been saying Grell since I saw it originally a decade ago, but no, apparently it's Greeley.
And apparently he brought that up.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Apparently people called him Jor-El at one point, which, no, that's the name of Superman's dad. What the fuck?
Maybe they were just complimenting him. You never know.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
Sometimes I also want to be compared to Marlon Brando.
You lie awake at night thinking, damn it, why is no one comparing me to Marlon Brando?
Or Gerard Butler, if you prefer.
Ah. What do they have in Why? What do they have in common?
They both played Jor-El.
I don't watch a lot of Superman things.
There's literally 2 continuities of Superman in movies.
I don't watch any of them, Kevin!
Wait, haven't you seen Man of Steel?
No. I've seen many reviews of Man of Steel.
Ah, okay.
I feel like cumulatively I've pieced them together.
Well, I actually have...
I saw the great debate. I saw when... Remember when Nostalgia Critic and Angry Joe did a video together on Man of Steel? That was weird.
And you know what? I side with Angry Joe on the movie. I think it's good.
I side with Angry Joe on most things.
Yeah, like...
I liked Angry Joe before it was cool.
Yeah,
I've liked him since his fucking Fable 2 video.
God.
Well, you know what? I got some for those crates. And he just goes outside and smashes boxes with a baseball bat. Oh, I miss old school YouTube.
It was a Wild West.
It was actually, well, I guess they were both under Channel Awesome at the time, but it was actually really, really funny because I guess Doug just couldn't find anyone else in his reach that liked Man of Steel, so he was like, Angry Joe. That's a weird collab, but let's roll with it.
It was a good collab. It was a good episode.
It was.
But yeah, I actually did watch Man of Steel at some point in the last couple of years, and it's pretty good actually. I think people were too harsh on it.
I feel like in the future, most of my audio essays are going to be just defending things people shit on for no reason. What?
I want to go through all of the DCEU movies just so I can make like a defense of them if I like them enough.
See, yeah, that's a weird mindset though, because you don't already. Because I'm talking about stuff I already like.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I really liked Man of Steel, and I kind of want to see what the others are like. Because it's like, people generally didn't like Man of Steel, but, like, I thought it was really good.
You should watch the Twin Perfect 3-part analysis of Batman v Superman.
Well,
that's basically an In the Defense video.
Well, I'll watch that after I watch the 3-hour cut of Batman v Superman.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. You know, context.
I mean, that's the next DCEU movie in the lineup, so, like, I can do that. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah. So, at this point, there's, like, 5 days until Dying Light 2 comes out, and that's going to consume my life.
Ooh.
So I think I can finish Shauna by then. If I could do it by Monday, I would have sped ran the entire series in a week, but I don't think that's going to happen because that would require me to watch all of season 3 in one day.
Not happening, yeah, no.
Probably not. I gotta vacuum tomorrow. Also, I gotta work tomorrow, so that's another problem.
Oh no.
So yeah, probably not happening. Not in a week, but before Dying Light 2, yeah, I can do that. It's very bingeable show. I have a lot to say about it in the essay, which it's gonna be hard to write because Kevin informed me he doesn't want to be spoiled, so I gotta have a spoiler section and not spoiler section, and that's gonna make things really fucking difficult.
Yeah, because so here's the thing. I actually have a plan of things that I want to watch in the near future of the next few months.
Oh, okay.
So, Shakugan no Shana's on that now.
Oh.
So, I'm going to finish Mushoku Tensei. I'm going to watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually catch up on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. At the very least, I'm going to get up to Civil War.
Okay.
At the very
least. That's a good movie.
So, I'm going to catch up on the MCU. And once I'm done with all of that, then I'm going to watch Shakugan no Shana.
Give some Shana a try. Invite some Shana into your life.
I want to invite some Shana into my life. Honestly, Shana's one of those franchises that's been on my to-watch list for over a decade. I just never got around to it. But you know what? Maybe it's time now. Maybe now is the time.
It's the year of Shana, Kevin. It's the year of Shana.
2022, the year of Shana.
Better late than never.
True.
It's like, what was I gonna say? In years past, I had contemplated making it the bet penalty for our Game Awards bet, but I'm like, it's like 76 episodes. I can't justify that.
It's a commitment.
Yeah. If you didn't just tell me that right now, I might have just been like, look, just give it a chance. I'm not going to put a cap on it, but you know. But if you're doing it on your own, that's great. Now I can force you to watch something else when I inevitably win next year or this year.
Of course. Which
as we've established, I am a Game Awards betting mastermind, and Kevin is a filthy peasant who gets nothing right.
I got Hellblade.
Not enough to count, Kevin.
Look, I had you for most of that show on edge. It was just Jeff Keighley decided to come on stage and assassinate me live in front of everybody.
God, I love Jeff Keighley so much. For completely unrelated reasons.
Jeff Keighley came on stage and decided, I'm going to end Kevin's whole career.
God, is it too late to vote for Sexiest Man Alive?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask the Time magazine.
It's true. Can I vote for Jeff Keighley x Kojima as cutest couple?
Dude, I might vote for them as cutest couple.
They got something going on. I feel like at the very least they've got a little kissing action going on.
At the very least, you know. Yeah.
A little bit, some backstage.
A little touchy-feely.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little hands-on.
Yeah. What is that, like second base? I don't know. I don't know how baseball works. But I hope Jeff Keighley hits a home run someday, or however that metaphor goes. Anyway, you should watch Shakugan no Shana.
I think I might.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Yeah. And I'll write my essay, and I'll voice my essay, and I'll publish my essay. I gotta edit my essay, and then I'll publish my essay. It'll be a thing. So I guess it just came about because, like, look, at the time it was like, look, there's like 2 weeks until Dying Light 2. I'm not gonna get any. I don't want to start any big games because Dying Light 2 is gonna be such a big thing. I'm gonna have to drop it for that. So at the moment, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna finish Sam and Max Save the World. I'm like halfway through episode 5. I can do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna binge Shauna and maybe start on that essay or something. Maybe write some Drex. I don't know. So yeah, so I'm just biding time until Dying Light 2 comes out, filling my life with Shauna. And I've just abandoned weekly anime entirely. I don't even think I announced that on the show or anything. But I have officially quit anime, Kevin.
Yeah, I think you actually mentioned that last episode.
Weekly anime. Did I, or did I just talk to you? It's always hard to remember.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but that's a weird thing to say right before I watch just so much Shauna. Just so much Shauna.
We have our exceptions.
Like I think I even said it's like I'm more excited about the Blu-rays in the mail than I am for whatever the fuck is airing because they made it so difficult.
I'm more excited about like 90% of the time about old anime getting license rescued than literally anything airing weekly, so I get it.
Yeah, but when you do that, it's like, oh my god, they got Scrimbo Bimbolo the animation. I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, I can't believe it. Never heard of it.
Holy shit, they found the film to Angel Cop!
Okay, at least I know what Angel Cop is. You gotta go a little more obscure than that.
Oh my god, I can't believe they licensed Street Sharks!
I know what Street Sharks is. You gotta go deeper.
The Laserion!
There you go. I have no fucking idea what that is.
There we go.
Is that even real? Did you make that up just now?
No, Laserion's an actual.
What is it, like a mecha thing? What is it?
It's a mecha thing, yeah.
Yeah, with a name like Laserion, I would assume so.
It's like a mecha sci-fi cyberpunk thing.
That is like the most mecha thing ever. Is just take a sci-fi word and then add another sci-fi suffix to the end of it.
According to Mike Toole, this is an anime where computers are magical objects.
I'm gonna make up an old mecha anime. You ready? Microidions.
I think that sounds really close to like 2 different mecha anime I know.
Okay, how about Silicanos?
There we go. Now there we go.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's actually a really cool name.
Yeah, Silicanos. Just take a fucking tech word and add another tech suffix to it, and you got a mecha series.
Genesis Climber Mospeda.
Yeah, you could also throw in some biblical terms. That's pretty cool. That's also
the
pretty
Super
kosher.
Dimension Cavalry Southern Cross.
Silicanos Revelations.
It's not complicated enough.
I don't know the Bible that well. What's your favorite book in the Bible, Kevin?
Super Mecha Messiah God Christ. I don't fucking know.
I must have missed that chapter.
No. Dude, you think I actually... Anyway.
Is this the part of the show where Kevin admits to not reading the Bible?
I've read the Bible! Look, I've read the Bible, but asking me, hey, what's your favorite book of the Bible? It's like, what do I look like, a pastor?
Do you want me to answer that question?
Do you have an answer?
You look kind of like a pastor, I'm not going to lie.
Fuck.
You look pasty enough to be a pastor. You're a pasty pastor.
I'm pretty fucking pasty, admittedly.
Yep. If you ate, all you need to do is eat a pastry, and then you'll be a pasty pastor eating a pastry. And then after the fact, I'll say you were a pasty pastor eating a pastry in the past.
You know what? Sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah. It works.
That's the level of comedy we've reached.
Yeah, very alliterative. Ain't it?
In it.
Ain't it?
Ain't it?
Yeah, I had an anecdote, but I forgot what I wanted to say. Nope, can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, that has been basically my entire past week. Is just I went to work, I wrote some things, I watched Shauna, and that's literally all. Nothing else. Okay, I also ate and I breathed a little bit, and I slept sometimes, and I used the bathroom. But aside from those things,
the usual daily routine.
Mostly just Shauna. So if I start rambling at length at any given point about mystices and crimson denizens, you'll know exactly why that is.
Well, thank you for giving me the context.
Exactly. It's actually interesting because the dubs slightly change some terms between them. Not most of them stay intact, but some of them are slightly altered.
Yeah.
Like unrestricted method becomes unrestricted spell, but like it's like easy shit like that. Some things are weird though, because sometimes they'll change like the way things are romanized or whatever. Like there's a sword that the Ocean dub calls Bloodsucker, but the Funimation dub goes with the actual, like, I guess what it was called in the novels, which is the German word Blutsauger.
Okay.
which is actually cooler. That's an
I-
upgrade in my
I
opinion.
do like Blutsauger more.
Blutsauger. I mean, it's like just calling something bloodsucker doesn't sound chuny enough. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You got to introduce some foreign languages in there.
Yeah, some random German. That's the best kind of German.
Blutsauger.
Blutsauger.
I love it.
Wield the mighty Blutsauger. Yeah. I think that was the anecdote, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah.
Everything works out in the end. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. That's all you've been doing. So I think we're about ready to break for the next segment.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned to the bakagaijinshow. Welcome back to the Bakagaijin Kevin was just so eager to get started, just rushing me out the gate. Just fucking.
Well,
that is a second gun to my head now.
I was done with what I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me?
Oh, so you finally wrapped the child in bubble wrap?
No.
Well, that's what you need to do. So don't talk to me about needs. These are about
It's
wants,
not what
Kevin.
I need to do. It's what you want me to do.
Sometimes needs and wants align.
You just want me to do it because you think it's funny.
No, Kevin, I deeply care about your health. Also, I don't want to ruin everyone's vacation.
And also, you think it's funny.
Some people. Also, unlike someone, I actually care if other people's vacations get ruined.
I do too.
And yet he's not doing everything he can.
I'm not wrapping the kid in bubble wrap.
Well, then they're gonna get really hurt on the way to Wisconsin. That's all I'm saying. You gotta put some soft packaging. You're a cruel guy, you know that?
No.
You just want to throw him in a box.
Why do you think I'm gonna ship the kid to Wisconsin?
Kevin just wants to throw children in boxes, throw them in the mail service. Jesus, you know most of it is packaged by robots, right? That's not gonna be comfortable. You gotta soften the blow. You gotta get some bubble wrap action. Plus, bubble wrap is fun. Children love bubble wrap.
Not when they're wrapped in it.
You never know. I mean, children like playing in boxes, so it's not that much. It's not that much of a logical step, honestly. That's the most exciting part of getting a new TV is the box, Kevin.
Yeah, there was
Have
a
you
whole
lost all
SpongeBob
sense of
episode
childhood
about that.
whimsin?
Whimsin.
I was listening to you and I got my words mixed up. You've lost all sense of childhood whimsy, Kevin. You don't understand how excited kids are to be thrown in boxes.
Okay.
This is good. This is good for everyone. You'll rue the day when you get sick. You'll rue the day. You'll say, "Ah, damn it, Zeke was right. Zeke was right again. How does he do it? He's just smarter than everyone else. That's how it works." Anyway, Kevin's irresponsibility aside, there was something we meant to bring up that we forgot about, so we're gonna do that real quick.
Yeah.
So it was about
News.
Time for the news. Apparently, Demon Slayer is too expensive for Toonami to air now.
Yeah, apparently it was because the movie was just way too damn popular. Which, to be fair, I feel like if your movie is able to evenly trade blows with a major studio film for the #1 box office spot, and it manages to outgross said movie domestically in the long run, you kind of have a good enough reason to ask for more money for the TV series it's based on.
Sure.
Jason DeMarco also mentioned that they may have to show more non-shonen anime on Toonami, which I feel like they've been doing that pretty frequently already, but like I guess more so now.
What's a non-shonen thing they're airing right now, Kevin?
I guess it is all shonen right now.
Jason DeMarco, known liar.
Blade Runner Black Lotus?
People aren't liking that. It's not too hot.
Yeah, it's getting some pretty mid reviews.
Every fucking Adult Swim original, man. It's like, why is it like this, Kevin?
But yeah, there was a recent Twitter Q&A with Jason DeMarco, and he mentioned some interesting things here. There's one unannounced Toonami original for this year, with 3 planned for next year.
I bet it'll be shit.
It might be shit, who knows?
They usually are.
Lots of stuff planned for the 25th anniversary of the block. Cool. Originals popping up on HBO Max, quote, sooner rather than later. Oh boy, I can't wait to watch... Let me look at my notes here. Fina Pirate Princess?
Wasn't that already on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, it is, but you think I care?
Yeah,
favorite show that Toonami picked up, Michiko and Hachin. Fair.
Didn't they air that forever ago?
A long time ago, yeah. Back in, like, 2015, 2016?
It's a decent show, I guess, but...
Yep.
Yeah.
Favorite Toonami moment, killing off Tom 1. You know, the version of Tom voiced by Sonny Strait.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Blu-ray for Blade Runner Black Lotus likely. I'm not buying it.
Nobody is.
Took over 1 year to develop Tom, the Clydes, and the Absolution. So, like, it took them over a year to just figure out the packaging for the block.
Yeah.
There's lore.
The bumpers.
Moltar, the original Toonami host, was, quote, too limiting, and actor C. Martin Croker wasn't into doing Toonami stuff.
Yeah.
But you're the...
You know, it's like... You know, no, I won't do porn. I won't do Toonami stuff. Those are the same thing, really.
No plans to squeeze credits or speed up Toonami broadcasts. Good.
Cool.
More music videos and game reviews, you know, to make up for the fact that they can't afford to get a whole lot of other shit.
Yeah.
1 to 2 Tom speeches a year. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a couple of interesting things here. The negative reaction to the Attack on Titan Season 1 promo led to them doing less Voice of God style promos.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It was not a great promo, admittedly.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really get across the tone of the show terribly well.
No.
And it honestly
The problem with
was
that,
like really,
the problem with
really
that style,
cheesy.
the problem with that style of narration is it makes every show feel the same.
It does, yeah. Now, they used to be better at it back in the day. I'm a big fan of the original 60-second Rurouni Kenshin promo. I love that one.
Yeah.
But then again, they also had Peter Cullen doing the voiceovers back then, so...
You know, man, they can't afford Kimetsu no Yaiba, they can't afford Peter Cullen. What can they afford?
Assassination Classroom.
That's pretty good.
And
I like
One Piece,
Assassination.
apparently. One Piece is coming back. Again. I want to point out that if we include the original Toonami, we have skipped a lot of One Piece on Toonami.
Yeah.
We have skipped the second half of Skypiea and the G8 arc. We have skipped Shabody Archipelago, Impel Down, Amazon Lily, and Marineford. So, like, there's just, like, a good 200, 300 episodes of what Toonami has already broadcast that they just have not shown. And we're just skipping around every time they bring One Piece back. Because they're bringing it back, and they're starting post-time skip.
Oh, the part of the anime that's not worth watching.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Can't wait for that to get taken off the block again in a year and a half.
Like, it's... what are they doing, Kevin? It just seems... like, what a bad pick. What a bad pick.
They could have started
Bad
at the
pick.
beginning.
It would have been better, but like, it's like... I don't know. It's like, at a certain point, people have just decided the anime is not worth watching. You know?
Yeah. Everybody's reading the manga now.
Yeah, nobody... Everyone's reading the manga and going to Sakugaburu whenever there's, you know, hype clip or whatever.
And there's the Netflix series coming out soon, which that might actually be good considering that they have a good... that, like, the writing staff and the director that they have are really, really good.
Well, if it's bad, sorry, trolls. The artist always wins.
God, I hate that so much. This is an interesting thing to specify. Yu Yu Hakusho may return to Toonami one day.
It's really great that the current status of Toonami is, hey, we might bring back shit from 20 years ago.
I find it interesting that Jason DeMarco is like, yeah, no, we're not going to air any older anime, because people don't watch it. But we might bring back Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, what the fuck? They're always flip-flopping. They're flip-floppers, Kevin.
Just air Ranma 1/2. Fuck.
I mean, they say this shit and then they always go back on it when they need to fucking when the ratings aren't there.
Toonami is never going to air subtitled anime, and then they do literally an entire night of subtitled anime for an April Fool's stunt.
Yeah, for fun. I got their greater point, but it's just funny how hypocritical they are all the time.
It keeps happening.
Yeah. And he said may have to show more non-shonen stuff, everything up in the air more than ever. And I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't think you're going to run out of shonen to dig the barrel through.
Oh, this got updated.
With what?
Any Netflix anime is locked down for 25 years.
Okay, well, I was just about to say they're going to start airing Seven Deadly Sins, but I guess not.
Nope.
25 years?
What the fuck, Netflix?
Damn, bro.
God.
That's one hell of a contract.
Jesus Christ. And
I expected them to be off the table for 25 years.
25 years. No one's ever going to air Shaman King ever again. Oh,
yes,
man.
actually, they won't.
Fina Pirate Princess is likely a one and done. Creator's decision. It may return one day in the future, but not anytime soon.
It's another original nobody fucking cares about.
No one...
But don't worry, they got Shenmue on the way.
That looks okay, I guess, but like... A lot of fans of Shenmue are like, this is nothing like Shenmue.
Well, yeah, but even if it was, it wouldn't fucking go anywhere, because it's Shenmue.
Shenmue 3 is literally a filler game.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole Super Eye Patch Wolf video on it. Go watch it, it's great.
It's the dumbest fucking thing to make an anime on. I'm gonna be honest.
I just fucking love that Super Eye Patch Wolf video because he starts the video with he starts the video having an existential crisis.
It's so dumb! It's like the dumbest video game that could have ever decided to adapt into an anime, and they're doing it anyway.
There's so many other there's so many other games that they could have chosen to make into an anime, and they chose the one where you just walk around a town and talk to people. And occasionally get into brawls.
Even if they wanted to stick to the genre of walking around town and talking to people and occasionally getting into brawls, they could have made a Yakuza anime and it would have been way fucking better.
God. Dude, a Yakuza anime would have been ballin'! Just adapt Yakuza 0, that would have been great!
No.
Yakuza 0, the animation! Let's go, come on!
Tsunami only makes bad decisions.
Oh, God, what? They're both Sega properties!
Oh, that's right. Huh. Interesting. Why do they only make bad decisions? I don't get it.
Toonami, I love you.
They made two bad sequels to Fooly Cooly nobody wanted or cared about. Believe it or not, Black Lotus is a fucking dud, apparently. Nobody cared about Fina.
Fooly Cooly Alternative was okay.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was like a 6 out of 10.
Oh, that's the high bar Toonami.
I said okay, not good.
I'm just saying if that's the best the original line has to offer.
That's really a big problem I have with Toonami right now is that all of their originals are just what are you doing, Toonami? Like Blade Runner Black Lotus is just weird and dumb and boring. Fina Pirate Princess is also weird and dumb and boring, but in way different ways. Who's knocking on my door? Y'all better stop knocking on my door. Anyway.
It's like they think they're giving people what they want by being surprising, but they're really not. Nobody asked for these things.
Yeah, God.
You know what would have been a cool move that I think people might have actually wanted in would fit the the Toonami image is what if they're like, okay, we're gonna fund and we're gonna continue an adaptation of Dead Man Wonderland.
That would have been great. I would have loved that. More
Yeah.
Dead Man Wonderland would have been awesome. That was actually one of their biggest hits when they came back.
Exactly. That would have made sense.
Like the ratings for Dead Man were like rivaling Bleach.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
Yeah. Why didn't you bring that back? Why are you going? I haven't had cable in like 12 years. I don't know why I care about this so much, but it's just because everyone around me care about it. Every fucking Saturday, I can't go. My timeline is just filled with this garbage. I'm like, why does anyone watch this?
Yeah, I'm just not feeling Toonami much anymore. Though that's okay. There is another seinen anime that they're airing right now. They're airing Made in Abyss, which is an anime I never thought they'd air.
That is true. That's true.
It's just like it's the show where children undergo horrible transformations and are in horrible pain. Mm-hmm. It's a good show, I swear, but
also, haven't they been airing like bad shit no one wants? Didn't they air Promise Neverland season 2?
I believe they I don't remember.
I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did, and was such a stupid decision.
That's a great move. Man, they really know what the people want.
You know what? Let me look that up. Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland season 2 was so bad. Oh my god. Okay, anime.
And we knew it was bad for the I think like the 6 months before they announced they were airing it. They had plenty of time. How do you have half a year to read the room?
They did not air season 2. Okay. We have that. They have that going for them. They were smart enough not to broadcast Promised Neverland season 2.
Okay. Well, I retract the last 30 seconds of my vitriol.
Okay. Okay, so they're stupid, but they're not that stupid.
Yeah. They are stupid enough to bring back One Piece at the point where nobody wants to watch it, though, so...
Unfortunately, yeah.
There is that. But everything's on the table, apparently. So, I have a suggestion.
What's your suggestion?
It's Guilty Crown. We should all make fun of Guilty Crown.
Everybody's got to make fun of Guilty Crown at one point or another. Let's bring it back.
Here's my Toonami suggestion. I call it the Hate Watch slot, where we just air bad shit on purpose. Just to make fun of it.
You know what we can have? SysCon Saturdays. Let's air Ore-emo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Look, I have the best ideas. Look, you want to diversify your audience? You got to air some weird shit, okay?
Wasn't there a fucking campaign? I remember there used to be like a big movement for them to air fucking Madoka Magica for a long time.
There was. People really wanted them to air Madoka for a while.
And I think at some point they were just like, no.
Yeah, they were just like, it's not our kind of show. It's not really the kind of audience we want to attract. Like, what? People who watch good shows?
I don't know.
It doesn't fit our brand. What?
Their brand is people who saw Dragon Ball when they were 12.
Yeah.
By that logic, I understand.
But weirdly enough, they fought really hard to get Sailor Moon back, but they lost to Hulu.
Imagine losing to Hulu.
I know, right? How long's that locked down for?
I don't even understand their rationale here. Where like Madoka's not our brand, but Sailor Moon is.
I guess it's like I guess Sailor Moon is grandfathered in because that was one of the first shows that aired on Toonami back in like the late 90s.
Yeah. No, yeah, I understand that, but it's like at this point, grandfathers are all they got. Everything they do is like what has been grandfathered in. It's either like the hottest, most recent shit that they can afford anyway, or it's shit that it's either a rerun or a continuation or a reboot of some shit that got grandfathered in decades ago.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because, man, we fought hard to get Toonami back, and now it's just kind of in this weird zombie limbo state.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yeah, you have a lot of original stuff and new shows coming in, but none of them are really worth watching?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, cool, you have an Assassination Classroom. That show is years old. Cool, you have Made in Abyss. All right, great. Everybody's watched it already elsewhere.
I haven't. But I'm not going to get cable to do it.
Exactly. You have streaming services for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have originals. You have, but you're making
bad originals.
But you're making shit like Fina Pirate Princess and Fooly Cooly Alternative. Like, this isn't stuff people buy cable for.
Mm-hmm.
No one said, "Oh shit, you know what? I really want a sequel to Fooly Cooly, that show that had a perfectly concise story."
No. What they really wanted was 2 sequels to Fooly Cooly that are both boring and shit and have nothing to do with it.
They're both boring and shit. I love the way you said that. The way you said that was just, I loved it. I don't know why.
Well, it's a good thing we recorded it and you can play it back all the time.
Just loop it forever.
And the ambition on these fuckers is like, no, we're not only going to make a sequel to Fooly Cooly, we're going to make 2 sequels to Fooly Cooly, and they're going to be bad.
God.
It's almost like cable TV is dead.
It's almost like cable TV is dead.
Almost, yeah.
God, fuck. I want to like Toonami. I want to like what they're doing, but what they're doing is not good. They're not making any decisions that I think are... Look, if they really want new people to come in, they can't be doing half measures like this. They can't be relying on old grandfathered in content and, you know, making these, and, you know, greenlighting shit just because it's like, oh, that looks a little bit interesting. Like, make good series. Make stuff people actually want to watch. Nobody wanted to watch fucking Blade Runner anime. Okay, maybe I did, but, like, not like this. Look, if you're gonna make a Blade Runner anime, make it an anime, not this friggin' ugly-ass, mid-looking, worse than a Polygon Pictures CG shit.
Oh, damn, he went there.
It's worse than what Polygon Pictures puts out sometimes. It really is. Polygon Pictures at least puts out some good shit.
He went there.
I did.
He went there.
I will always go there, okay?
I'm gonna copy that into so many contexts. You have no idea.
God,
anyway. That's the biannual Toonami rant.
Biannual.
We could do this every 6 months.
I feel like we can. The State of Toonami podcast.
Yeah, or every 2 years, whatever biannual means, because language is complicated. But enough about that, Kevin. It's time for the Reddit dive.
Everybody's favorite time.
Yeah. I have a lot. We might have to split some of these the next time. We'll see. We'll see how quickly these go.
All right.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. Get to... okay, now we read that one. God, what are the ones I got for this week's start? Because I also save a lot of threads that are not related to the podcast, so it's all kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
There was one I wanted to start with that was really funny. It might have gotten deleted though, so that might be why I'm not seeing it.
Aw, I hope
Let
it
me
didn't.
see. Yeah, me too. It looks like it might have though.
No.
God damn it. Well, one of those fucking days. Okay, I think. Okay, I will start us off.
Okay.
With this one. Am I the asshole for not allowing my college-age daughter quote-unquote sleepovers at our house with the opposite sex?
Yeah, she's trying to fuck. She's very clearly trying to fuck.
I, female 51, and D, 19. What gender starts with D?
Dad?
I mean, it's clearly daughter, Kevin. Thanks
Yeah,
for playing the joke. Yeah, thanks for not understanding my joke. It's cool. Joanne, or Joan. It's got one N. It's Joan, right?
Yeah, Joan.
Yeah, 19-year-old daughter, Joan. quote unquote Joan, so alias, recently got into a heated argument, and we're turning to random strangers on the internet for guidance into determining who is right. That's always good. That's always good. Keep doing that. Everyone do that. I say we, as this post is her suggestion. My kids were raised in a traditional but non-religious family. Husband and I have been married for over 25 years. Although it was even admittedly rare back in the 90s, we actually waited until we were officially married before we had sex for the first time. Losers! Currently, Joan is attending college and lives with us in our developed basement with a separate entrance. Oh, that's cool. So, like, there's an entrance to the house that actually leads into the basement directly. That's cool.
Actually pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool place for a college-age kid to live, yeah.
It's a cool place to hang, bro.
It's a cool pad. Yeah, is there a pool table down there? I really like playing pool. Our two other kids have moved out for good. Although Joan is not in a relationship, she is socially active and dates on occasion. The issue! I love when older people start a paragraph with, the issue!
The issue!
The issue. Last night, Joan was out with friends, and as mothers are prone to do, I never fall asleep completely until I hear her come home. So last night she was back around 1 a.m., and as I was still fully awake, I went downstairs to see how her night went. I was, however, wholly unimpressed when I saw her on the couch with a guy she had just met that night. They weren't engaged in anything, yet. In parentheses. However, it was evident where events were likely to lead. That's right, Mario Kart.
How dare you play Mario Kart with my daughter?
Although I was polite, I commented to Joan that she really
At the very least, take her to dinner first.
I commented to Joan that she really needed to get to sleep as we were planning an early morning walk, and I waited patiently as her quote-unquote new friend got the hint and left. Afterwards, Joan was livid and says I thoroughly embarrassed her and that, as she was an adult, she should be able to see whomever she wants, whenever she wants, and wherever she wants. My positioning is that she is an adult, however, she has no right to bring a stranger into our house without my knowledge as... Kevin, it's for 4 reasons.
For 4 reasons!
She has no right to bring a stranger into our house for 4 reasons! Number 1, it's a pandemic. We're all fully vaxxed, however, we have no idea of his health status. She says that argument is a red herring because we are fully vaxxed and otherwise healthy. 2, our house belongs to her dad, and I am not comfortable with having complete strangers spend the night. Her argument is that she's still a dependent as she's going to college, and it's still her house too. 3, although I don't approve, I agree that as an adult she can engage in whatever legal activity she chooses. However, not in my house! Not in my house. Remember those ads?
Yeah.
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
She knows my views on premarital sex, and by engaging in the activity in my house with me at home is a massive sign of disrespect. 4, if she really wants to spend the night with a random stranger, that's what hotels are for. Her argument is that although she's working, she's saving for her future, and that would be a stupid waste of money. Am I the asshole for making her friend leave, or should I just ignore my long-held belief system and accept her choices as an adult?
Girl, it's not that deep.
There's some edits, though.
Okay.
Edit, my husband's position is that he's taking the Switzerland position. Officially neutral.
Of course.
I'm not happy with his lack of support, but I'm not going to engage in a two-front war at the moment. I hate moms. They always talk like this. Edit 2 to answer a few questions and add some comments. Oh my god, there's 4 responses!
4 reasons!
Number 1, Joan does not pay rent, as with all our kids. She's on the free room and board plan as long as she's attending school. 2, I recognize I hold a minority position in society. However, there was nothing more glorious than sharing a special intimacy with the man I loved on my wedding night, knowing that it was a special gift that we were bestowed on each other. Having never shared with another, I believe it has made our marriage stronger over the years. It is a special bond that we alone share with each other. I attempted to impart this feeling and knowledge onto my children in the hopes that they would be able to have the same unique experience. However, I am realistic enough to know that in this day and age with Tinder and the like, it would be a miracle if any of them abstained prior to marriage.
With Tinder and the like?
I have never been a helicopter parent, and the notion that not resting comfortably until my daughter gets home on a Sunday night is akin to over-parenting, quote-unquote, is absurd. My husband is a retired detective, and as he always said to the kids, rarely does anything good happen at 3 in the morning. Okay, that's funny.
God damn it.
Rarely does anything good happen at 3 in the morning.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Number 4. No, we had never discussed male sleepovers, quote-unquote, prior to last night, as the issue never came up. Would my feelings be different if Joan was in a long-term committed relationship? Honestly, I don't know. I'll have to cross that bridge when it happens. Anyway, what do you think?
OP's a piece of work.
Oh, boy.
OP might be the asshole here. Just a bit. If only because they are just being so controlling for, like, no reason. At the very least, just give your guidance. Don't embarrass your kid over this shit. Your kid's an adult. Come on.
Well, Reddit must be full of boomers today, because they voted her not the asshole.
I mean, okay, like, they're probably taking the stance of, it's your house and your rules, but also, how old is this person? 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 19, so, like, let them make the mistakes that they're gonna make, okay? You can be a little more hands-off, and, like, honestly...
Did Kevin just call premarital sex a mistake? Kevin, we learn new things about you all the time on this podcast.
Look, I'm not saying it's a mistake in my eyes. It's a mistake in their eyes.
Raging prude Kevin Faulkner weighs in.
No. Look, let them do what they're going to do, and if it ends up being a mistake, then, well, they learned at that point. They're 19. They're legally an adult.
It's going to happen.
It's gonna.
I think OP's the asshole just because you've already given her the basement. You know? Like, even if she doesn't own it, that should just be her space.
Yeah.
And if she wants to fuck a guy downstairs, then just don't be a fucking... I don't know. It's just it's overly... Because you're not leaving her with any options at this point. You're not leaving her with any outlets. Because she can't afford to get hotels for this shit.
Yeah.
You know? I just think that's overly controlling.
I agree. Because, like, the most I would do in that situation is just be like, use protection.
If this is like a small fucking shack house or something, I could see the point. But, like, you've basically given her the basement already. Just fucking go to whatever part of the house. You're not gonna be down there anyway. What does it matter?
You were already just trying to sleep, so, like, just go to sleep.
Speaking of getting fucked, you want to read the next one?
Sure. I'm assuming I correctly guessed what the angle everybody else in the comments was taking.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, your house, your rules.
Your rules are still stupid.
The rules are pretty stupid. Am I the asshole for telling my pregnant daughter she doesn't get to dictate what I do?
All right.
All right. Posted by Ita Pregnant Tantrum.
Always read the username. They're great.
Yeah, I love reading the usernames on these. They can be telling.
Anyway.
I, 65M, currently live at home with my pregnant daughter, 26F. Her and her partner do have a place together, but I live 5 minutes away from the hospital compared to 30 minutes to an hour commute from their place. Now, my house still uses an electricity meter where I have to top it up every week or so depending on how much money I put in. Last night I told my daughter I'd have to go out to get some more in the morning, and to please not use anything she didn't need to, which is fine, she did. Well, at 2 p.m. today, we still had power, but I do admit it could have gone at any second. I mentioned to my daughter, who was quite fidgety, that I would have another cup of coffee and then go top up the meter. Well, while I was getting ready to go out, I spilt the remainder of my coffee and decided to make a new one, to which my daughter stormed upstairs. When I asked her what was wrong, she said she was going to run up the bath, to which I told her to wait. She snapped back at me that she had been waiting, that she hadn't used her phone in case the power went, and she needed to phone the hospital. She went upstairs to the bathroom, and I told her she hadn't dare run a bath. She came back down 10 minutes later. She had obviously been crying. I told her off, saying she doesn't dictate when I top up the meter, that I will do it when I wanted to. To be fair, my daughter did need to wash her hair. She says it gets greasy pretty quickly since she's become pregnant. I did put money in the meter, and before anyone else asks, my daughter didn't put any in because she has no money left since it's been 6 weeks from her last payday, as her company paid her early due to Christmas, and she is currently waiting until she gets paid. Otherwise, she would have gone to put money in the meter herself. My daughter did have a bath, and she did some washing, which is something else she couldn't do. We didn't have enough power to type right.
I am not familiar with whatever this electricity meter is.
Oh, God.
What? Houses do that? What?
I guess? I don't understand this.
I've never heard of this.
I'm gonna say OP's the asshole, though.
Yeah. So, top comment has pretty much everything I would say on the matter.
Yeah.
Which is, they said, well, if you said you'd sort out the meter in the morning and by 2 p.m. it still isn't done, causing your daughter to have to hold out on doing things she needs to do, I get why she was annoyed. She's hardly dictating what you do. You're just not doing the things you said you'd do, and she's allowed to be annoyed at that.
Hijacking the top comment to add very important information the OP left out. Quote, she's been worried about the baby's movement, especially since the baby hadn't moved much this week, plus some other news she got from the midwife on Thursday. She also suffers from anxiety, and honestly her anxiety has been really high since Thursday. During a bath is the one time she says the baby is guaranteed to move. Yeah, that's a reasonable... That's a good reason to be upset. That's a lie by omission, OP. Kind of important. Massive asshole, okay?
I had the comment under that. Holy shit, she's literally worried about her baby dying, and he's like, I want to sit on the couch and drink more coffee. OP's an asshole.
Oh my god. That's really bad.
Case closed.
Yeah, you're the asshole, OP. Fuck you. It's just a dick move. Holy shit.
Yeah. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he needs to cut back on FaceTiming his daughter and spend more time with our kids? My husband has a 19-year-old daughter that's in college. She tested positive on Wednesday afternoon, has been by herself in the dorm since. She's mildly sick. She's been FaceTiming my husband for hours every day. We have 2 small children, 7 and 2 years old. Our 7-year-old is a daddy's boy. His daughter was not in his life prior to last year when she wanted contact with him. He never mentioned even having a daughter to me. On Thursday, my husband was at work, and I guess his daughter kept trying to FaceTime him throughout the day, which he said annoyed him. That night, he was FaceTiming her from around 7 to midnight. He put his phone facing the TV so they could watch movies and TV together. He ate his dinner on the couch separate from the rest of us. He ignored bedtime routines and told me I could handle it. While our 7-year-old was crying for him, he was sitting on the couch with his phone, chatting away to his daughter for hours. On Friday night, our 7-year-old had a hockey game, and he wished him good luck and gave him a hug, but didn't bother getting dressed to go to the game. He stayed home on FaceTime with his daughter. I took our kids and my mother out to the game. I came home to find my husband on the couch sleeping with his daughter, sleeping on FaceTime. That's just a waste of electricity and bandwidth, honestly. Yesterday, she FaceTimed him in the morning for a little bit, and then again around 4 p.m. He ate dinner in the living room while watching football and FaceTiming her. He got off FaceTime at 2 a.m. last night after making something in the kitchen and being allowed on his way upstairs. He again did not help out with the bedtime routines and ignored our oldest when he wanted to play Legos or video games or whatever with his dad. Today, my husband's phone kept ringing while he was sleeping, and it was his daughter. I told my husband when he woke up that he's been ignoring our kids lately and he needs to limit how long he talks on the phone with his daughter. I get that she's sick and lonely, but he's putting our kids on the back burner. My husband said he feels bad for his daughter and he wants to build a relationship with her. He said our kids see him every day and all his daughter has is FaceTime calls. She has no friends and no one else to talk to, and she's going through a lot. I said, with you working during the week and the few hours you have during the evening being spent FaceTiming your daughter, you really don't have time. You really don't spend time with our kids that much, and yesterday you blew our oldest off for hours to talk to her. He got up and said he was done talking about this. His daughter is going through a lot. She's sick and stuck in her dorm room with no one to talk to. He said I'm being ridiculous. Our oldest can entertain himself, and if not, then I should go to do something with him. He then said, why do I always have to do things with our oldest? Why can't you? I have, and he prefers his dad over me. So I have, and the 7-year-old prefers his dad over me. He got dressed and left. He's been gone for hours, and he isn't returning my calls or texts.
Wow, that's a lot. First off, I understand the dad is trying to build a relationship with his daughter, but sleeping with her on face cam is a little weird.
That's funny.
I don't know how to feel about this. It's just... God. It's a situation where I get the dad's perspective here. Like, he wants to, help his daughter feel better, build a relationship and shit like that, but he is neglecting his duties as a parent in-house. So... God.
But there's more to the story, Kevin.
Oh, is there?
So top comment, I thought you're the asshole at the start, but no, you're not the asshole. He can't ignore the other kids completely. Your son was crying literally for his dad and he ignored it? That's horrific. His daughter is 19. I'm sure she has other friends to speak to regardless of his claim that she doesn't. She doesn't need to fall asleep on the phone to her dad.
Where's her mom that's a little extra.
And they said, where is her mom in this situation? And then OP responds, his daughter claims to hate her mother and she's not talking to her. I didn't even know about the daughter until last year when he was sneaking around FaceTiming her and wouldn't tell me who he was talking to.
Oh.
When he did tell me, he said he has a daughter from a relationship he was in when he was like 20. He said the mother kept her from him and he didn't have money to fight back in court. He told me he was embarrassed about it and wanted to forget about the incident and move on with his life. The daughter contacted him on Facebook last year and they've been in contact since. She usually only FaceTimes him a few times a week, not this much and not for hours at a time like recently. Edit. I have reached out to the daughter on Facebook Messenger. I said, hi, we've never met, but I am husband's name's wife. I was wondering if we could have a little chat and get to know each other. If not, that's okay too. I thought we would try to break the ice. Take care. She replied, my dad told me not to talk to you.
Oh.
And I don't know why you're even contacting me after saying all those nasty things about me. You don't even like me. I never did anything to you or spoke to you. But the fact that you don't even know me, yet you are judging me, says a lot about how terrible of a person you are. Do me a favor and do not contact me again. I don't want anything to do with you or your ugly ass children. Those poor kids sure as hell picked up on your genes because they look like you. Ew. They're going to get bullied hardcore at Lamau. I hope my dad can at least teach them to be better people so they don't turn out like you. And the fact I can't come live with you because my dad told me you would make my life a living hell, go fuck yourself, seriously.
What the fuck?
So that went from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Can I change my answer to everyone sucks?
Well, that's what the daughter said to her.
Yeah, but holy shit, you came for the kids too, girl!
And then OP said back, I am extremely confused what you're talking about. Your dad has not mentioned you coming to live with us, and I'm also confused on what you mean by judging you. As you said, I don't know anything about you, so there's quite a bit of miscommunication here. It's fine if you don't want to be involved in me or my kids' lives. I just thought I would put the option out there. You're an adult and free to choose who you want to associate with. Best of luck with everything, and sorry for bothering you. And then the daughter replied, okay. It's a lot. Hold on.
Okay.
Bullshit! That's all I hear is bullshit. You know damn well that what you said, because my dad told me exactly what you've been saying. Go check your ass into a dementia unit if you are so confused. Leave me alone and never message me again. I hate you with a burning passion. I never want to meet you or have anything to do with you. Don't you get it? Take your pathetic, sorry ass and your ugly ass kids with you and go get hit by a bus. And then she blocked me.
Christ!
Another edit. This is OP. I woke up today to my husband sitting on the couch FaceTiming his daughter, and our 7-year-old's playing his Nintendo Switch in the room with his brother and not at school. I went up to my husband and asked him why the hell our kid wasn't at school. My husband said he didn't feel good, so he let him stay home. I showed him the text with his daughter sent me from the last night, and she denied it right then and there and said that she's never spoke to me in her life and I'm making stuff up. My husband asked me where I got her picture from, and I said this is her Facebook account and her responses to me. He read the text and started laughing. Oh, this is a juicy story,
Oh,
Kevin.
no. Oh, God.
This is so
Where
juicy.
is this going?
He told his daughter he had to go, got off FaceTime. He told me I had no right to go behind his back and message her and try to find out information on her. He said if I wanted info on her, it needs to come from him. I said, you wouldn't give me any info. He said, because it's none of my business. It's his daughter. She has nothing to do with me. I said, you're married to someone. Past children are in your spouse's business. He said, you would never have known about her if she hadn't reached out to me, and I wish she didn't because this is too much. He then yelled at me to leave him alone for once, and he needs time to think about everything. I went to my 7-year-old and asked if he was feeling okay, said he was, and Dad told him to go play on his Switch and leave him alone. I told my son to go get dressed and I'll take him to school, and then I took him to school. When I came back, my husband was not and still not here. This was around 10:30. It's now almost 1 p.m. and I think I'm going to go pack mine and the kids' belongings and see if I can stay at my mother's house for the time being.
Oh my god. Stop bringing your mother into this! Oh my god! Again!
When I'm at... No. This is not her bringing the mom into fighter battles for her. This is just going to the house. Just going to mom's house.
You know she's going to vent to the mom, though.
Yeah.
You know that's what's going to happen.
When I'm at my mom's house, I'm going to look into consulting a lawyer and see what my options are. I have no idea where my husband went, nor do I care at the moment. I'm pretty pissed off with this entire situation. I also wanted to add, looking at our bank account, I don't see any random withdrawals or transactions within the past month or two. I don't think he's giving his daughter any money. I will continue to look further into his daughter and her mother. I'm going to see... Okay, I thought I got texted. I'm going to see... if there's any way I can get a hold of his mother, since she doesn't appear to have any social media and the phone number listed on the People Finder is out of service. Another update!
Oh god, again!
I picked up my oldest son from school about half an hour ago and told him that we're going to stay at Grandma's house for a little bit. He asked why, and I said because Daddy is sick and we can't be around him. She's not lying. My son said he didn't look sick this morning, and I said, oh, he caught a fever this afternoon, and the doctor said we can't be around him. He asked for how long, and I said, not sure yet. The doctor's trying to figure that out. My son said, are you sure he's not busy talking to that stupid girl?
Oh.
I said, I don't know what he's doing, but he's sick, and we can't be around him. He asked if we can talk to him later, and I said, we'll have to see how he's feeling. My son started crying and kept saying he misses Daddy. I told him Grandma and I will take him to an arcade later. You have an arcade in your area? Hot damn.
God damn.
And then we can all go see Spider-Man. Aw, I like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He said he wants to go with Daddy. I said, I know you do, but he's sick right now. You can dress up in your Spider-Man costume and be Spider-Man for the night. My son told me it's not the same without Daddy and started crying. When I got to my mother's house, my husband called me and asked where I was. I said I was out shopping with the kids, and he said, why are our suitcases gone? I said, to be honest, I don't appreciate being lied to, and our entire family is on the back burner for your daughter.
But you're lying to him! And your son, too!
He said that I'm fucking crazy and he hasn't lied about anything. I said, well, you never told me you had a daughter. You kept her a huge secret from me. And when you did get into contact with her, you haven't been truthful about your past. Trace told me what happened between you and your ex. I don't know who Trace is. Your sister told me about your daughter. It's pretty bad that I can't get a straight answer from you about what's going on. He said I should have gone off the deep end by I have gone off the deep end by contacting his daughter, his friend, and his sister. I said, how do you think I got home last night? Trace dropped you off. He said, I'm not an idiot. I know who I was with, and accused me of questioning his friend to death until he broke. I guess Trace is his friend? I said I asked him once if that was really your daughter, and he told me that it was you and your ex who had a toxic relationship, and then while she was pregnant, cheated on her and left, which makes me believe that you are whole. I couldn't afford to fight back is bullshit. She's so angry the English language can't contain it. You did not want to be part of that child's life because of who her mother was. He said that's not true, and Trace is making shit up to make him look bad. Trace knows the truth. That's not it. He said the truth was that he came home from work to her cheating, and the baby was left unattended. He grabbed the baby and left. He said he got accused of kidnapping and lost any custody he could have had with the kid. His side of the story wasn't taken seriously by the court, and he didn't have any money to fight back. I said, yeah, I'm sure that's what happened.
Oh my god.
I am going to do background checks and figure out what's really going on. He said that I am a bullheaded fat bitch and he can't believe he's married to someone as stupid as me and that he regrets having ever stuck his dick in me. He should have listened to his friends when they told him not to stick his dick in crazy. I said, well, I can arrange to have that fixed. He said it's pretty pathetic that we can't talk about this like two adults and that I have to go to extremes instead of being rational and having a mature conversation. I said I'm not going to extremes, and honestly, I'm done with this conversation and relationship. There's nothing more to talk about. He then mocked what I just said and accused me of not caring about the kids and what's best for them and called me selfish and told me that I only care about myself and that the kids don't deserve to have a mother as crazy as me. He told me he's not signing any paperwork and thinks that I need help, but I am acting like a psychopath and hung up. I am now ignoring his calls and texts and looking into lawyers.
So, in the question of am I the asshole, my answer is, what the fuck?
We just watched a divorce happen in process.
Wow! Holy shit!
We just watched the marriage fail in real time.
We did!
Only here on the bakagaijinshow.
That was a journey. I just thought this was just gonna be some random relationship advice. No, they're done. Oh no.
No, yeah, okay, yeah. My verdict is everyone sucks. Get away from each other.
Exactly. Fuck all of you. Every single fucking one of you. Holy shit, this is horrendous.
Your poor children.
These kids are in such a horrible situation because y'all are fucking awful. Oh my god.
I can't make sense of anyone's motivations. The guy doesn't even sound like he likes his daughter. Why is he on the phone with her 24/7?
The mom sucks. The dad sucks. The daughter fucking sucks.
Trace, whoever Trace
sucks. Fucking sucks. Whoever the fuck Trace is. He just came in at like the third act out of nowhere. It's like a fucking smoking gun.
Everyone sucks. I don't know what's happening anymore. Solve your problems. I'm done. I'm out of here.
That was like the biggest clusterfuck Aita I've ever heard.
The back of my throat is dry now.
The absolute insanity that I just bore witness to.
Oh, that was fun. Anyway, you read. My throat hurts.
That began as an Aita and ended as an absolute journey.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the... God damn it. Posted by, deleted.
Of course.
They fucking yote their account.
Mm-hmm.
Which is potentially indicative.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for telling my coworker that my personal out-of-work activities are as important as her kids? Trying to keep this short. I am a married...
After the last one, please.
I am a married 36-year-old woman with no plans to have kids. Good for you.
That's not how you format an Aita. If you don't put 36F, I don't know what you are.
We have a system here. Follow it.
Anyway.
I recently had an issue with a coworker where our boss emailed her /I to ask if one of us could cover an evening call. It's a 9 to 5 job, but we occasionally have evening calls due to collaborators in different time zones. The coworker asked me to do it because her son had a soccer game, but I said I can't do it because I had a volleyball game. She said that I should do it because the soccer game is for her kid and my volleyball game is just for me. I said that respectfully, my out-of-work commitments are not less important than hers because I don't have children, and that she should take the call because I had taken the last two. Ah, fuck. Nose. Itch. Ah, ear. Itch. Ah, everything's itching. Stop it! Stop it, guys!
COVID. It's happening!
No! She scoffed at me, and I know that other people around the office have been gossiping about me since, and saying that it was super messed up that I made her miss her kid's soccer game. I think that it's incredibly important to support working mothers. I am always more than happy to accommodate the schedules of the mothers I work with when it doesn't cause significant inconvenience for me. For example, some coworkers leave early to pick up their kids. Our company is great about that, and I'm happy to work project schedules around that. I also would have taken that call if I hadn't had a conflict, as long as it wasn't a pattern of me taking significantly more evening calls. Alright, hold on. I talked to a friend about this, who is a mother, and she said I should have done it because people who don't have kids really should have more empathy for working parents, and we don't understand how hard it is. I said respectfully that I do understand that working mothers have much more stressful lives than I do, which is why I decided not to be a mother. At least you're, like, self-aware about that one. I also said that I can have respect and empathy for working mothers, and also value my time/choices equally. She similarly scoffed and said that I don't understand. Am I the asshole here?
No.
Nah, not really. You have your own life to live, and yeah, it would be nice if you took the shift, but you don't need to. And you had already taken 2 shifts for her already prior to that, so like it was her turn to kind of do something for you.
It's not the employee's responsibility to cover other people's shifts. That's a managerial problem.
It is. So, top comment.
If employees have to cover each other's shifts, that means there's not enough people working there.
Yeah. Not the asshole. I love it when people say, but you don't have a family, as though people were hatched from pods. Having children isn't a free pass to get out of things you prefer not to do. Agreed. Yes. Just because you're a parent doesn't mean you are bereft of any other responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it was, like, I mentioned being a parent is in itself a job, but if you take another job on top of that, that is your prerogative, and you need to balance that better with your own personal life. It is not other people's job to balance that for you. OP had no obligation, personal obligation, to sacrifice their own free time and what they wanted to do just because both the manager and her coworker like have trouble balancing everything in terms of schedule. Like that's not OP's fault.
Yeah.
So like I don't blame OP for wanting to go to the volleyball game. That's what they want to do with their time. I respect that. And they knew that this and this is the reason they don't have kids. They said as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the asshole, OP. You're fine. Everyone else needs to back off and respect the fact that you are not leading a life where you have kids. Just because you don't have kids doesn't mean your life is any less important than theirs.
Yeah, this is another entitled parents post, not the asshole.
It is.
Am I the asshole for overreacting, quote unquote, when my boyfriend put icy hot in my bra?
Oh God.
I'm okay. It's a 15-year-old girl, so I have to read it like a 15-year-old girl.
Okay.
I'm so mad right now. My hands are shaking. Apologies for all typos. I, 15F, have been dating Luke, quote unquote, 16M for a year. This is the first time he's pranked me. Today, while he was at my house, he did this horrible prank on me. He put icy hot in my bra while I was taking a shower. He rubbed icy hot all over the bra on top of my underwear drawer with two of his friends, Liam and Barry, quote unquote. Then they left my room. I changed and came downstairs. It hurt like hell. I don't know what was going on. I kept grimacing and cringing, and Luke was like, enjoying your icy hot? Oh yeah, you just got pranked. He's like, you just got pranked.
You just got pranked, bro.
I snapped and told him to get out. He said, calm down. It was a harmless prank. You are overreacting. You'll regret overreacting tomorrow. It's just a prank. He keeps saying, calm down. I'm overreacting to a harmless prank. Stop being such a drama queen. I don't think it was a prank. It still hurts. It was embarrassing. All 3 of them saw my bras and underwear and painful, and he thinks I'm being dramatic, overreacting, and need to calm down. He keeps calling and texting me, and I really don't want to talk to him right now. I'm asking you guys, am I the asshole?
Oh my God. He probably shouldn't have done that.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro. Icy hot can be like wasn't nice.
It's both icy and hot.
Yeah, like that wasn't nice, man.
Top comment, NTA, also WTF.
Yeah, like it's just a prank, bro. Like, yeah, dude. It still hurts though. Come on.
There are several things wrong with this. For 3 reasons.
For 3.
Number 1, he caused you physical pain. He knew it would hurt. That was the point. 2, he breached your privacy by showing your underwear to his friends. He knows underwear is private. He knows he did not have your consent. He did it anyway. 3, not for nothing, but he damaged and risks damaging your property. Bras are expensive. Who knows if it'll leave a grease mark? Is this really the kind of guy you want to spend time and emotional energy on? There are better guys out there, I promise.
Yeah, pretty much. I think this is a pretty cut and dry not the asshole situation. Like,
not the asshole.
he pranked you, it hurt, and you didn't like it. It is his problem for the fact that he did it in the first place, and the fact that he doesn't care about your own feelings enough to actually say sorry for the fact that he hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is an abusive relationship in the making. Get out.
Yeah, they're better guys. Not the asshole. Read this one with your mouth.
With my mouth words.
Mm-hmm. That's the way.
Am I the asshole for just liking my coffee the way I like it?
Whenever they word it like this, you know they are.
I live near a coffee shop. Oh no. They're an entitled customer. Oh no.
We love these stories. We love these.
I live near a coffee shop that operates from a cart. Oh no, it's a...
It's a bodega! That's not what that is.
They are a tiny shop with usually one person on, but sometimes two. Their cart is on the property of a restaurant and is owned by the restaurant, but slightly different. And I'm not a fan of the restaurant, but the cart coffee is honestly some of the best I've ever tasted. They run from 8 to 3 or so, but it usually suits me to come around 2:50 to 3, but occasionally much, much earlier. Today I came just at 3 and saw the barista was still serving, so I hopped in the queue with a group of women following behind me.
Oh, they're British.
No, they're not.
They said Q!
Q is not an exclusively British word. What are you going to call Netflix British?
Kevin, this is America. That's called a line. You got on the line.
As she started streaming the person in front of me's drink, she announced to the queue that they could order the coffee from the restaurant because the cafe was no longer serving past 3. Bear in mind, it's 3:01-ish. And I had probably been in the queue right at 3, if not a few seconds before. Let me preface by saying the restaurant coffee is just not good. They say it's the same, but it's made by the waitstaff, not baristas, and it really isn't what I'm there for. I am also very health conscious and was mindful of going into a restaurant during a pandemic just to order a coffee. The women behind me must not mind because they went to the restaurant, but I figured I'd ask for my usual. The barista turned around to finish serving the person ahead of me and didn't even look at me. Bear in mind, I know her since I come here a lot. Oh no.
Oh. Do you?
She knows my usual, always smiles and chats, and I've even asked her for some treats as she was locking up once, and she said she had wrapped them up for the night a while ago, but was extremely apologetic and remembers to offer me treats every time.
Oh, bro, I bet she's also totally into you.
Oh, God. When the person left me, she finally looked at me. I ordered my usual, and she repeated, "I'll just ask you if you could order inside since I've got to close up out here." I asked if she'd make an exception since I'm COVID conscious, and she said just this once, but seemed off. I thanked her again for serving me, and she said no worries, but as she was closing up, I was sitting in their outdoor area on my laptop, and she would not look or smile at me as she usually does.
Oh, how
God,
dare she.
fucking damn it.
How dare she? I love how he got what he wanted, but he's annoyed that they weren't chipper enough about it.
It's like, dude, they were closing. Okay, let me keep reading.
Okay.
I was sitting in their outdoor area on my laptop, and she would not look or smile at me as she usually does, and was barely looking my direction, even though it was like 3:05. Oh God, only 5 minutes have passed, man. By the time she made my order, 2 minutes later than if I hadn't ordered.
Who thinks about this shit?
I swear to God, holy shit. I know what people say about going into a place at a closing time, but I was in the queue just in time. It was right before they closed! You wouldn't have made it anyway! I think she would have happily made the exception for me if it weren't for the group behind me, and only asked...
It's everyone else's fault. See, Kevin, it's everyone else's fault.
Yeah, God, I hate these fucking people. Fucking hate these entitled assholes. Anyway. if it weren't for the group behind me and only asked us all to go because there were 3 or 4 of them. And I'm just wondering if I'm missing something because she acted happy to serve me 1 minute, but was then colder than usual. TLDR, I asked a familiar barista if she'd serve me past close 2 minutes, because the alternative meant I'd have to go inside during a pandemic and order worse coffee. I was in the queue in the nick of time, and at first she resisted, but after a big please relented, but then seemed much colder than usual while closing as I sat nearby on my laptop.
Oh dear sir, I do say the help has been rather irritable lately.
Top comment is pretty long, but kind of goes over everything. You're the asshole! You keep going at closing time and have repeatedly asked for special treatment, asked them to stay past closing for you, requesting free treats. You're incredibly entitled. Of course they'll be friendly if you're a regular and it happened once. You'd still be an asshole for just once, but they'd act nice out of professional courtesy. But repeated behavior like this definitely puts a strain on their tolerance. Stop going right at closing time, even if it suits you best. Either go earlier or not at all. If you can go earlier but you go intentionally at closing, you're an even bigger asshole. Stop asking for them to stay overtime just for you. You aren't special. Stop asking for free treats. Again, you aren't special. Stop being an entitled asshole. Edit. To add, the treats bit is even worse. OP went back to the barista and asked for treats at 3:45 after the barista had already closed out the till. Also, OP has either not been tipping or not tipping extra, even after making them work over. OP is a giant asshole.
Yes, she is.
That kind of says everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever gender OP is, they suck.
Yeah. Just
you are the worst kind of customer. Nobody likes you. Every smile you've gotten in your life has been fake.
I am not surprised the barista was giving you the side eye during this particular point, because man, that is just taking advantage of their professional kindness.
If there's anything I've learned from working at a restaurant, is that if you arrive in like the last half hour of service, everyone there fucking hates you.
Yeah.
If you arrive in the last half hour of service and you order a fucking pizza, we really hate you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially at an actual restaurant, because the thing about this is little to do with the actual post. This is just me ranting about a thing.
Fair.
Is that if you come to our restaurant, which closes service at like 9:30, let's say it's a weekday, it's like 9 o'clock. If you come at like 8:50 and you order a fucking pizza, which takes like 40 minutes to make, you're not just slowing down the guy making the pizza. You're holding everyone back because the close-up has to be done in sequence. If the chefs are still there, then they can't put their shit away. If they don't give their shit to me, I can't clean them. If the guy has to make desserts or sides, and he has to still do that, he can't sweep, which means I can't mop, which means, I can't empty my sinks, which means I can't take out the trash, which means they can't take out their trash. It slows everything down. Don't fucking come in the last hour of service. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is the problem with a lot of customers. They don't understand how a lot of service jobs work behind the scenes. They think, oh, I'm just here for a few minutes, but really, they're holding everybody up for an hour or more behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. One person's entitled actions can have a ripple effect across everybody who works there. It's not just 5 minutes. It's an entire ordeal you're having to put everybody through, because everybody wants to get off of work, go home, and sleep.
Yeah.
Everybody has better things to do than be at work.
Yep. All right. So yes, you're the asshole. And a big one.
Huge fucking asshole. This is the worst kind of customer. Legitimately.
Mm-hmm. Am I the asshole for telling my, this guy's 35M, half-brother, 13M, that I don't want to be his friend and actually want nothing to do with him at all?
Depends. How big of an asshole is he?
My mom got remarried to her current husband 14 years ago. He's an okay man, but my dad will always and forever be my number one. When they announced to me that a baby was on the way, I freaked out. I told them there and then I didn't want to ever be involved in this kid's life. I find it super weird that he's 22 years my junior. I'm old enough to be his damn dad. Why did my mom ever need to have another child at 42?
Oh my
that baby fever was strong, apparently. I found the entire thing disgusting, to say the least.
Oh God.
The years go by and they don't stop coming.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Anyway, the years go by, and when my half-brother was around 10 years old, he started saying how much he wanted to meet me. After a lot of nagging from my mother, I said, whatever, fuck it, fine, alright, I'm gonna do it. From our first encounter, he basically clinged on to me. For the past 3 years, he has constantly tried to make me like and accept him, but I just can't do it.
Oh.
He's a nice person and all, but I still find my mom's actions nasty, so I involuntarily associate him with that. I can't help it. I never wanted a sibling. Yesterday, he was over at my place and kept asking me to watch a movie with him, which I didn't want to do. I ended up going off on him and told him I don't want to be his friend and actually want nothing to do with him at all. He immediately started crying and apologizing to me, saying that he doesn't have any friends and he gets bullied at school for his introverted nature and he just doesn't understand why I despise him so much. He said that he's so tired of feeling rejected all the time, and when all he does is try to be good to everyone. He said sorry one more time, told me that despite my huge hatred towards him, he still loves, admires, and respects me a lot, and then runs out of the house. He hasn't reached out to me since.
What the fuck is wrong with you, OP?
Why does he have to ask? Hey, by the way, here's 3 paragraphs of the most asshole-ish behavior you could possibly imagine from a human being. Am I an asshole?
Christ, I thought the customer in the last one was bad. This guy's a new level of bad. Dude, so let me get this straight. Let me see if I got this right. Correct me if I'm wrong here, if I missed anything. But
Okay.
if I'm listening correctly, you hate this kid for being born because your mom remarried after your dad died.
And to reiterate, you're 35.
And you're 35. And this kid is
13.
13. You're a massive fucking piece of shit. Oh my god. This kid just wants a friend. He just wants somebody who he can hang out with. He's getting bullied at school. He doesn't have anybody else. And you're being a massive petty bitch just because, oh, my mom decided to get remarried and have a kid. Fuck you! That's her prerogative! You don't get to judge her or her children because of that! You piece of shit!
This is one of the few ones that have just gotten you legitimately angry.
I'm livid!
Top comment. YTA, you're taking out your unresolved rage at your mother on a literal child. Go get therapy. Figure out your own shit instead of burying a middle schooler in it. Second top comment. YTA, dude, you're an adult. Act like it.
Exactly.
OP is such a total asshole. I question if this is even real. There's no way an actual adult would behave like this unless he just completely lacks self-awareness.
Oh, God. I hope this is fake because I don't want to believe that somebody like this actually exists. I don't want to believe somebody like this is in the gene pool.
Oh my god.
It's so bad.
This guy fucking sucks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This might be the biggest you're the asshole we've ever given.
Can we even top this?
That poor fucking kid. He just wants a
Poor
friend.
kid, oh my god. Holy shit.
I want to be that kid's friend now.
Same. He deserves better.
I hope he finds better.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, you want to read a Tifu?
Let's go for a Tifu now. I'm done with Itis for the moment.
I mean, I got more, but here's a small.
I need a buffer period after that.
Yeah, here's a small Tifu, just a little itty bitty Tifu.
Oh god, fuck that guy. Okay. Today I fucked up by cleaning my son's 13 male bedroom and finding my girlfriend's 31 female dirty underwear.
What is going on here?
What's happening? Okay.
Words fail him.
We're jumping from strength to strength today.
This is a good episode.
Let me start by saying she is not his mother. As any parent does, I tell my son to give me all his dirty laundry, mostly so I don't have to touch it, so I can wash them for him. One day he was not home, so I went into his room and grabbed his dirty laundry. I noticed a balled up towel in the corner of his closet, and I just grabbed the end of it, thinking it was just a towel. Nope! Out falls two of my girlfriend's recently worn / dirty underwear. I stand there coming up with crazy scenarios in my head for a second, like, must have gotten caught in the towel when he was done showering, or maybe it got messed up in the clean laundry. Then the realization hits me that our laundry basket is in the bathroom where we shower. All I could say to my girlfriend was, we are about to have a weird conversation, and I'm sorry. I pull out the underwear and said, I found these in insert son's name room, and her jaw drops. I didn't know what to say besides, at least we know he likes you. Now it's a little weird and quiet around my house. The worst part is, I don't know how to bring it up to him. I mean, one, you probably should have brought it up to him first.
Oh my god, read the updates.
Update 1. Okay, TLDR, found my girlfriend's underwear in my teenage son's bedroom when I was just looking for laundry. Now there's a weird silence when my girlfriend encounters my son. Update 1. The decision has been made to sit him down after dinner. I'm going to be short and sweet about it. Tell him that I'll love him no matter what. Tell him why it wasn't okay to violate my girlfriend's privacy. Then take the opportunity to see if he wants to talk about anything, but not force him to. Off topic, to the guy who messaged me asking to trade my girlfriend's dirty underwear for his sister's. You're disgusting.
That's good. Oh,
Top
I love
comment.
Reddit.
Top comment. Yeah, you might want to wash those extra good.
Mm-hmm.
Reply with fire. Oh God. That's funny. Especially the edit. Off topic for the guy asking to trade my girlfriend's underwear for his sister's. Brother, you need to go to therapy.
All right.
All right.
Am I the asshole for refusing to give my unborn son my husband's last name?
Didn't we literally have one of these 2 episodes ago?
I don't, dude. That was so, dude. That was a pre-Shauna world. I don't know anything. Anyway, hello. I, 26 female, have been married to my husband, 31 male, for 3 years, and we were expecting a baby boy together. When I married my husband, I kept my maiden name, which he was perfectly okay with. We already discussed this, and he agreed that any future kids we have will automatically take his last name. His family considers this a huge deal, and I decided to just go with it. But recently I started thinking about it a lot more and figured it would be unfair for my newborn son to take my husband's family name and not mine. I talked to my family and said that my husband and in-laws are ridiculous to push this on me without a compromise, expecting to go with it. I went home and told my husband that I've changed my mind about about the last name thing and want to either give both of our last names combined or my last name be given to our son. He was confused, saying we had an agreement, and then asked what the cause of this sudden change of mind. I told him, and he said that I can't just do that, and called me selfish. And when I pointed out that I'm the mother, I get a say too. We went back and forth on this, and he said, "No way." He and his family will let me do this to his son, as if my last name is a disgrace. We had a fight, and we stopped talking after this. He said that I broke and violated my part of the deal, and I should just deal with it now, but won't accept it. Am I the asshole?
Your husband's got some issues he's got to work out.
Top comment: what is with the people on this sub lately talking to their biological family about marital issues and not first conversing with their spouses?
I know. Why do they keep going to the family instead of... Oh my God.
There may be a correlation between people running to their families before their spouses over issues and them being assholes.
I think there might be a little bit of correlation.
Also, there might be a correlation between people asking the internet for help and judgment about their spouse before actually talking to their spouse.
Yeah, maybe talk to your spouse about this first and be level-headed about the whole fucking thing instead of bringing this up to random-ass people online.
So, Reddit's official stance here is there's not enough fucking information to judge this.
Yeah, I'm just like, what even is this shit? Oh my god.
Yeah, not enough information.
Official Reddit verdict. Eh?
Yeah, info is legitimate verdict.
Yeah.
Like I don't have enough context to make heads or tails of this. It's just too vague.
Me neither. It's just...
Talk to your fucking spouse more.
Communication is the basis of a good relationship, people. We've been over this. A good relationship is founded on good communication.
Oh god, this one. Oh, I was excited about this one. You read this.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my younger brother he needs to find somewhere else to live? My little brother, 16, has been living with me for a little over a year now. Our parents kicked him out when he came out. Oh, no. Oh. And I couldn't not take him in. He's my baby brother.
I want you to remember that sentence.
Kicked out because he's gay. Got it.
No, not that. The I couldn't not take him in. He's my baby brother. Remember that line.
Oh, boy. My partner set a few ground rules when he moved in. No parties, his rent would be our weekly grocery bill, and if he could look after our 2 children, 6 and 10, while we're both working late, that would be amazing. And there would be no guests in our home. He agreed to all of these... I
want you to keep in mind, this kid is 16.
Okay. He agreed to all of these conditions and was holding up to them very well until recently. My brother recently got a new boyfriend, who we have met a couple times, and he seems really, really sweet, but we don't really know him that well. Anyway, my partner and I were working late the other night, and he called me to find out if his boyfriend could come around, and I told him I'd rather he didn't be around my girls when we were not there. He seemed fine with it, and I thought nothing of it. However, when I got home, there was his boyfriend sitting on the couch with him. I didn't disturb them because his boyfriend seemed emotionally distressed. He was crying. And when he left, I asked my brother what happened. Apparently his boyfriend just found out his parents are divorcing. I told him I was sorry for his boyfriend, but I asked him not to have him over around my daughters until we were home, and just because they were asleep doesn't change the fact because anything could have happened. Why
are you afraid? He's gay.
If anything could have happened. What do you mean anything could have happened, OP? We got into a bit of an argument with him defending himself, and I ended up telling him I felt extremely disrespected and worried for my daughters because he wasn't our agreement, and I have no idea how many times he's had people in the house without permission. I told him, unfortunately, he's going to need to find another place to stay. What the fuck is wrong with you? Another place to stay. I have kids to look after, and they come first. We don't take much rent off of him, so he's got $15,000 in his bank account. He's not running a risk at being homeless. Are you sure about that? I told him he had until the end of March to find a place, and until he does his regular duties, stand. He started crying and apologizing and asking if he could stay, so I told him I wasn't disowning him like our parents. He just can't live here anymore. That's the same thing!
I'm not disowning you. You just can't live here anymore.
My husband says I was a complete asshole and I need to tell him he's allowed to stay. He said he called first, so he's most likely never had anyone else over without permission, and he'd been a pretty bad boyfriend if he wasn't there as support. I feel like I may be the asshole because my husband is usually tight on rules and even he's willing to bend them for this. So am I the asshole? Yeah, no fucking shit!
Let's read some comments.
You're the asshole. 1. First offense.
Wait, no, I don't know. For 3 reasons.
For 3 reasons. 1. First offense. 2. Nothing happened and there is no reason to believe anything would. So what if he had one friend over? He wasn't acting inappropriately. There's no risk to your girls. 3.
Also, he's gay. I'm really hung up on that point.
He's 16? And you make him pay for all of your groceries and his and also give free childcare? Wow, pat yourself in the back there. Not. But you're the asshole if you kick him out. Yeah. You're the asshole. You're kicking out an already traumatized, disowned 16-year-old for a first offense. And that's after you've been charging said 16-year-old rent and making him work as your babysitter in order to have a place to stay when your parents would have seen him homeless for something he can't change about himself. I'm really curious how you could possibly think you're not the asshole here.
This whole episode has just been assholes one-upping each other.
You think that's bad? Instead of Family Guy cutaways, it's just worse and worse stories of people being massive dicks to each other.
This person's the worst asshole and the last worst asshole.
And that last guy was pretty bad. Can we...
At least the last guy wasn't charging him rent for the privilege.
God damn it. And is trying to throw him out because... Also, the wording here. Fucking... I'm not comfortable with this, with him being over because anything could have happened. They're gay! They're not interested! There's nothing to be scared about! Dude, also,
yeah.
Bro, the boyfriend had just found out his parents were getting divorced. Oh, God fucking damn it. Your brother was just trying to help his boyfriend feel better.
I really like this comment.
He was being a good boyfriend.
I really like this comment where he says, OP sees him as both a tenant and a dependent. She wants to have both, to charge rent and to impose rules, and that's an asshole move. You don't get to charge rent and then dictate strict rules. Brother is either her dependent and she gets to have him babysit and follow reasonable rules of the house, or he's mature enough to pay rent and she doesn't get to dictate what he does in the rented space, reasonably, as it would be a shared house at that point. You don't get to do both, OP, and you're the asshole for that alone, not even touching on the throwing out of your disowned brother.
Yeah, this is gross. This is ugly. I don't feel...
OP might be asshole of the week.
Might be. I'm leaning on asshole of the week here, yeah. Because it's like, one, just dick move all around, holy shit. Not to mention the clear, like, undercurrent of bigotry throughout the entirety of this post.
Yep.
Anything could have happened. Oh no, I don't want your boyfriend in my house because...
Well, you know, those 16-year-old gay guys are just pretending to be gay so they can molest their friends' fucking adopt fucking stepdaughters. I'm not paying attention.
I hate people. I hate people.
All right. Let's do a medium Tifu.
Okay, good.
And because it's a medium Tifu, that means it could be literally fucking anything.
It's the beautiful gray area of medium Tifus.
Medium Tifu. It's either he stubbed his toe or he blew up a planet. We'll never know. Anyway, today I fucked up by falling into the manhole on a first date.
Okay, all right.
So, I was on a date with this guy I've met a few months ago on a seminar. We were texting frequently. I think that meant we were.
Yeah.
But we we're. I didn't like him much at first. I just wasn't in a mood for getting to know someone, but the more we've talked, the more I was interested because he's really smart, polite, and gentle. Finally, we've decided we should go on a date. We met during a daytime. Went bowling! Hey, cousin Nico!
Let's go bowling!
Let's go bowling during a daytime and have lunch together!
Let's go have a daytime bowling, Nico!
It was really nice. The talk was very good. We laughed a lot. I really enjoyed every minute of that. 4 to 5 hour date. Did you ever feel nervous when the first date is about to end? Like, you just don't know how to say goodbye to them because you don't know if it's too soon for a kiss. Should you hug? Just wave to each other to go separate ways?
Yeah.
Well, I was really nervous and overthinking, and in those moments while we were walking through the square, I wasn't really paying attention to anyone or anything. When we got to the point where we had to say goodbye, he was talking about how he enjoyed the date and that he's looking forward to seeing me again, and I was so focused on him that I didn't notice there was an uncovered manhole near us. I really hope he didn't notice it either, so We were just passing by the manhole when he stopped and said, okay, I need to go this way, blah, blah, blah. Now, the manhole was right behind me, a step away, and I'm telling him, oh, okay, I'm going to go this way, pointing with a thumb behind me, and just said, see you soon. While I'm looking at him, I made a step back and just completely disappeared in front of his eyes into a fucking manhole. There I was, in a vault, wishing he didn't see what happened, but as I looked up to see his face and asked me if I was okay, I got a few scratches. I was covered in mud. The vault was not that deep. There were pipes in it and a lot of rotting leaves and mud, but at that point I just wished the ground would have opened and swallowed me whole because I was so embarrassed. He helped me get out of there. I thanked him and went home. I'm sure he'll ask me out again because we did enjoy the date, but I'm sure I'd feel so awkward.
Girl, that's fucking funny. That's some fucking cartoon bullshit.
It's literally cartoon bullshit. That's what happened to Joe in Soul.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here. Bye.
Today's the first day of the rest of my life. Ah!
Literally, that's exactly what happened. It's so fucking good. I wouldn't say this is even a medium Tifu. This is just funny. This isn't even a Tifu.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Oh god, I love stories like this. Just random cartoon bullshit happens to people and they're just like super embarrassed about it. Mm-hmm. Look, girl, this makes for a fun story you can tell your friends in a few years.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be the How I Met Your Mother story.
It really is. It's like the perfect way to end the first date.
Anyway, I sent you one.
Alright. Am I the asshole? Oh god, it's another Aita. Am I the asshole for bluntly telling a woman it's dangerous to put essential oils in sensitive areas? Wait, didn't we? Oh, you actually found this one last night.
Yeah, we were talking and I just mentioned the name of this one. I was like, yep, doing that one.
My uncle's new girlfriend came to family dinner the other night, and it was the first time anyone in my family met her. She's super into essential oils, which is very eye-roll-inducing for me, but I didn't say anything about it or show that I found it annoying at first. I bit my tongue when I'm on about putting them in her water. You should not be ingesting essential oils. And rubbing them on...
They're not that essential.
And rubbing them on pressure points and trying to convince my mom to buy some... What, is it going to increase the chi flow?
I think they might be part of an MLM, but whatever.
It sounds like an MLM. God. But then she brought up that she can be super good... It can be super good for yeast infections? I looked at her super horrified and asked, you mean you're putting them down there? And she said, yes, you just insert a few drops and it clears up right away. Oh no. I told them this was very dangerous and you could cause chemical burns as well as throwing off your vaginal pH and potentially causing other infections. She said, oh no, you don't have to worry about that. They're all natural. Girl, a lot of things are all natural that could kill you. Mm-hmm. Piranha plants are all natural.
To which she said, just keep reading it.
I know. To which I replied, so is poison ivy, but I wouldn't suggest shoving that up your vagina.
He knew.
She just looked kind of shocked. My sister laughed and my aunt said, well, she has a point, but my other family members said it was rude and crass. Which I didn't think so because she's the one who started talking about yeast infections at a family dinner, certainly saying the word vagina is less crass than that. Yeah, no, not the asshole. What the fuck?
No.
Your reaction is exactly what you should have done.
Yeah.
Top
You're
comment.
Calling out a snake oil salesman is never the asshole move.
Yeah, not the asshole. Calling out a snake oil salesman for being a snake oil salesman is never an asshole move. Even if the person selling snake oil believes it's a good idea. Better warn your uncle's new girlfriend that the earth may not actually be flat whilst you're at it. The more you know.
What? It's not?
Gotta say that I have annoyingly sensitive skin and cannot use products with essential oils in them or I get hives for days. I can't imagine ever using them in private parts or other mucous membranes. What a fool. Not the asshole. Vaginal is a clinical word and anyone thinking otherwise needs to grow up. So is poison ivy, but I wouldn't suggest shoving that up your vagina. Pure gold right here, not the asshole.
Yeah.
My go-to is, so is hemlock. Ask Socrates how that goes. Oh, man. Yeah, no, not the asshole. You were actually doing everything you should have done, and you're funny. You're funny, OP. Oh, it's all natural. Woo!
Am I the asshole for refusing to let a female student use the bathroom?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so, I know the title makes me look like a major asshole, but hear me out. You really
I
love
don't
it when they
have
start
to.
with... You know, I mean,
It's part of the show.
yeah. Yeah. You know it's gonna be a good one when they start with, but hear me out.
I have my own side of the story to tell here.
Yes.
Once you understand my perspective, you'll understand.
I, 46M, work as a high school as a PE teacher, and recently I noticed that a student of mine, let's call her A, stopped participating in class, and her excuse would always be the same: Mr. Smith, I'm on my period. Can I please go to the bathroom? This carried on for every PE lesson for 1 month when our unit was dancing, and I had to give a student a mark. Each student a mark.
Yeah.
At this point, A was concerningly behind everyone in our unit, and I had nothing to grade her on, and I was getting increasingly annoyed, and up until this point had never told her no when she always used the bathroom, and she would come back after 45 minutes or so, once again asking if she could use the bathroom because she was on her period, and I just snapped. A, if you're on your period this often, multiple times in 2 months, then I honestly think you need medical help. I have to grade you. Come up and participate. Later that day, around 1700 hours...
1700 hours? What are you, a fucking drill sergeant?
Let's just assume that this might not be America. But whatever. I was placed on temporary leave because of the complaints I got from A's parents, and A has also gotten her friends and their parents to complain. I was being called sexist and multiple other names by the students' parents, and I was honestly so confused, and multiple of the students' parents threatened the principal to even turn to social media to enroll their girls in another school because of me, since they felt unsafe with a sexist teacher. Am I the asshole? What should my next action to regain the parents' respect be?
I want to hear what the comments have to say about this.
Top comment: you're the asshole. It is never okay for you to comment on a teenage girl's biological functions, true or untrue. You should have just said you have not participated in X number of classes for X number of weeks, and if you do not participate, I'm going to have to give you a failing grade. That is the limit of your authority. Someone else commented, or anyone else's biological functions for that matter, which, yes, sure, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's wrong, but he overstepped his authority.
He handled it really poorly, and I think he should have been a lot more careful about it and a lot more delicate about it, rather than just being like, if you're having a period that often, like...
Somebody commented, it is not the responsibility of a teacher to determine if a child is having a medical issue and is actually overstepping boundaries, since teachers are not trained to identify or care for medical issues. Mandated reporting is for abuse, which you can determine by talking to her privately.
Yep.
Actually, no. Someone says, you couldn't possibly be more wrong. Reporting a medical issue that a student is having over and over again is mandated. Sorry, your ignorance doesn't make it true. Did he go about it the right way? Probably not. Is he responsible for documenting it? 100%. Determining and reporting are two completely different words. He shouldn't determine, rather he should go to the student and say, hey, here's the nurse, do this. If you're talk to them if they're having any issues, or contact your guardian.
Yeah, like, don't be, like, public about it with the kid in front of, like, other people. Okay. Like, call up the parents and see what they think about the whole thing.
Let's just say, whatever the policies may be, whatever the protocol is, let's just agree he didn't do his job correctly.
Yeah. Just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah, I don't know what the other avenues were, but there were other avenues, and he should have used those and not this.
Yeah.
Edit. Okay, so today I decided to call A into my office and explained why I acted the way I did. I explained to her how out of line it was, and I gave her my sincerest apology. No denying, justifying, or anything. I asked her what I could do to be a better teacher for her and make lessons fun yet educational and for her and other students. And she gave me some excellent advice and also apologized for leaving class so often. She agreed to stay behind everyone else and participate more so that I could give her a final grade in the dancing unit. The temporary leave was lifted, and I also apologize to her friends and parents. I haven't had time to contact A's friend's parents, but I'm trying to do so. Thank you for your suggestions and help. I tried to read as many as I could, and I promise to be a better teacher, not only for my female students, but also for my male students. I will accept the asshole responses and hold myself accountable in the future.
Yay! Happy ending!
For once!
Oh god. We've had such a fucking horrible time with Itis today that one that actually turns out well is a fucking breath of fresh air.
Yeah, let's just go to the lightning round. We're not gonna go.
This is lightning round time. We're good now. We're good.
Yeah, I have more, but I'll save them for next time. Because let's stop on a high note. Why not?
Please.
Unpopular opinion. Okay, no, I gotta do the intro. The lightning round. It's where we go to our unpopular opinions and read the unpopular opinions. Are the opinions unpopular? Do we agree or disagree? Let's find out in the lightning round.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, Domino's is actually good pizza, and I have no idea why people hate it so much.
Yeah, I like Domino's. Domino's is fine. Hell, Little Caesars is good.
Yeah, I have Little Caesars all the time, but I haven't had Domino's in a long time.
Domino's is pretty good.
Top comment actually says Domino's came out with commercials admitting their pizzas sucked, and then they revamped everything, and now they're the #1 pizza chain in the US.
I think people are remembering back when Domino's pizza was shit. Because, like, I've had Domino's fairly recently. They're good.
Although somebody points out, I remember they tasted pretty dang good after the revamp, but it seems they've been getting cheap on ingredients since then because they're not nearly as good as that revamp time period. Yes, they definitely stopped doing whatever it is they were doing by around 2015 or so.
It still doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. Like, there are far worse pizzas you could eat.
Yeah, I agree. Unpopular opinion, in some ways CGI is ironically moving us backwards.
In some regards, I guess? It depends on what OP means.
I think they're talking about like Marvel movies and stuff, and it's just making for lazier filmmaking.
It kind of is.
Textureless, colorless filmmaking.
Yeah, I will admit that is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll agree there.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see their argument. I gotta load this thread. I want to see it. Okay. Unpopular opinion. The United States is held to a higher standard than any other country and is often antagonized unfairly. First of all, I want to say that I'm not American. I felt the need to point that out. But it seems like hating on America is a very popular thing to do. Is it perfect? No. Does it come with its fair share of problems? Sure. I can name a few things that I don't like, but it seems like rarely do people ever talk about the countless great things about America. The diversity of scenery, everything from New York to Montana, the ridiculously great music, the amazing movies, the friendly people, the individuality and spectrum of people, the diversity of cultures, and I might get hated for this, but the food. I love American food. It's not the healthiest oftentimes, but it definitely tastes great. There's so many good things about America. It's one thing when Americans point it out, which can be annoying sometimes, but I wish more people from other countries would recognize it instead of always criticizing America.
I'm the wrong person to ask about this because I always criticize America.
Top comment, you are 100% right. The US is at the very center of our modern world and media pays more attention to it than any other country. I'm not American, but I'm aware that people from all over the world know more about the US than we do about most countries. Their culture, way of life, how their cities look, their food, their politics, their issues. If we knew each country's problems with the same degree of detail, we'd know that all countries are messed up and have several unresolved issues. That is correct, but I do... How do I put this, Kevin?
How do you put this?
They're right, but also I feel like to an extent, like, I understand the lack of nuance in a lot of these criticisms.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, like, how do you include all the nuance of an entire nation, an entire culture, when you're just trying to make a statement, you know? Yeah, like, every tweet can't be a book, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I understand that. But at the same time, the higher standard thing, it comes from somewhere, you know. It's kind of self-imposed, first of all, but it's also just like the things we're criticized for and the things we criticize ourselves for are such fundamental things that, like, everyone else has figured out.
Yeah, like healthcare, rental problems, fucking the economy being in shambles.
I'm not saying nowhere else has these problems, but nowhere else has these problems so consistently and have them so ingrained into their identity and so backwards in so many fundamental areas. Now, it's like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great things about America, and like I feel like I've said those on occasion. I think I made a tweet thread a few months ago about how I really enjoy, and I think people take for granted, that I have never felt like I couldn't say something.
Yeah.
I've never felt pressured by my government to censor myself, which is not a luxury everyone has. You know, I love that I am able to, for the most, not even for the most part, basically just in totality, say pretty much anything or create pretty much anything. That's not a luxury everyone has. That's something that I am proud of as an American.
Yeah.
But there's so many other fundamental things that I feel like are not only completely fair to criticize, but worthy to criticize repeatedly and often. You know, like just when you judge things in totality, like, yes, the ability to say whatever I want is great, and I'm not denying that, but I would also like to live in a place where I don't have to worry about dying from a preventable condition at 40.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just the things that are wrong are so fundamentally and obviously wrong that, like, it kind of takes precedence over a lot of the positives, you know?
It really does. When the actual living situation that your average American goes through overshadows all of the greater things that they could experience, it's kind of understandable why people don't like the country that they live in.
Yeah. Like, there's nuance, but, like, when you deal with the kind of things we have to deal with here that not nobody, but like that people in other similarly developed countries don't have to deal with, you don't care about the nuance anymore. You just want the fucking issues fixed.
Like universal healthcare and shit like that.
So I kind of disagree. I don't think it's antagonized unfairly. I think it's antagonized very fairly.
Considering what people have to go through. Yeah, I think the criticisms are completely fair. It's just you hear about the criticisms so much because they are the biggest problems with the country, and it overshadows a lot of the good stuff for most people.
And that's a shame.
That's
because
why
there are good things.
Yeah, that's why people talk about it so much. It's accentuating the negative, but for a good reason.
Yeah. Anyway, unpopular opinion. There is no such thing as investing in cryptocurrencies. It is nothing but speculative gambling.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
Unpopular opinion. Sleeping is the most intimate thing you can do with somebody else. I disagree. I think the most intimate thing you can do is sleep when they're not sleeping, because who knows what they're gonna do at that point.
No, God.
That's an intense level of trust. They could fucking stab your ass.
Sure, okay.
So, like, yes, but also no.
No, but also yes.
Also, everyone knows the real most intimate thing you can do with everyone is do that weird avatar hair tendril thing where you connect your dreams or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how the aliens in Avatar have, like, organic fucking USB wires?
I remember.
Heads?
I remember.
Ah, what new applications of that will they come up with in Avatar 2 through 7? Let's see. Unpopular opinion. Your mom was right. You are a special person.
Aw, thank you.
Fuck my mom. Bob the Tomato told me that.
God made you special, and he loves you very much.
Yeah, put some respect on Bob the Tomato's name.
Thank you, Bob.
Unpopular opinion. Sometimes standing up for yourself isn't worth it. I wish picking your battles was taught more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it just ain't worth it.
Unpopular opinion. The Chrysler PT Cruiser actually looks good. Okay, I'm gonna look up a picture of this thing.
I need to look up a picture of it too. I'll put a picture of it right here.
The Chrysler PT Cruiser. Let's see. Let's look at this car. I'm not a fan.
It looks like it has a British accent.
It kind of looks. It's like kind of like a Beetle car, but not enough like a Beetle car.
It's a Beetle car with weird growths, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, this car's got tumors.
So I'm gonna have to.
It's also in that weird category where like it's not quite a car, it's not quite a minivan, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't agree. I'm not a big fan of the Chrysler PT Cruiser.
Yeah, not a fan. Gonna have to disagree with OP on this one.
Someone said I'm upvoting this because it's very unpopular. What's next? The Pontiac Aztec? My favorite bit of trivia is that in Breaking Bad, Walter White drives a Pontiac Aztec specifically because it was at the time it was like the most standard ass, boring, undesired car.
Yeah.
That really accentuated how discontent he was with his life because he was driving a fucking Pontiac Aztec. So that's like one of my favorite like little tiny bits of characterization is the fact that Walter White drives a Pontiac Aztec.
That's great.
I'm sure Pontiac was really eager for that product promotion.
I mean, to be fair, Pontiac probably hates that car too.
We included your car model because everyone thinks it sucks.
God,
and it's a character point.
That reminds me of when Paramount was developing the Transformers, like the first Transformers movie, and they were trying to figure out what model of Camaro Bumblebee should be, and Michael Bay actually asked Chevrolet, "What is the worst model of Camaro you've ever made?"
Yeah.
And they immediately went for like one from the 70s, which is the one that they went for with Bumblebee.
I actually think that car looks okay.
Well, it's more so like the way that it handles and like some of the
yeah.
safety issues and whatever, and like the interior design.
Oh yeah.
Which is why Michaela in the movie refers to it as a piece of. It's like if he could turn into any car, why did he choose this piece of crap Camaro?
Yeah, that's funny. Aesthetically, though, I actually really like that car.
It is a nice car aesthetically, but yeah.
Unpopular opinion, the misinterpretation of mental health is creating more incompetent and weak people than ever. Mental health issues can be spread over a wide spectrum. It's difficult to draw lines between what qualifies as a health issue that can be diagnosed and what is merely an inconvenience. There's a difference between not cleaning your room because you're clinically depressed and not cleaning your room because you're lazy.
Yeah, I guess.
Top comment, as someone with severe anxiety and other issues, this bothers me as well. You'll get a lot of backlash for wording it bluntly, but you're basically correct. You can't discuss it without people calling you a gatekeeper, but I've seen more and more people claiming that they have anxiety or depression issues, and I always take them seriously when someone says this until they give me a reason to doubt them. But I see more and more people just giving up, quitting on things and acting more impulsively, just claiming it's because of mental health issues.
Yeah.
Someone says, it's a delicate balance. I sympathize with the neurodivergent, but their life remains very much their responsibility, whether that means getting to a therapist, taking their pills, getting to an AA meeting, whatever. Mm-hmm. Everything is your responsibility, and no one is coming to save you. Also, someone says, don't mix up neurodivergency with mental illness. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Sure. But as for the unpopular opinion, yeah, I kind of agree.
It's fair enough. It's a fair enough perspective on the matter. Also, I want to point out that I just went multiple episodes without mentioning Transformers.
No, we did it earlier.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, you what was the you said something about it. Fuck. What was it about? Well, first of all, you just did with the Camaro thing, but before that, way earlier in the episode, it was one of in like the 17 times I interrupted you when you were telling your Nox Taku story or whatever, your naked taco story.
I'm telling Nux you called him that.
Yeah, your naked taco story or whatever. One of the anecdotes you brought up was something Transformers related. I cannot for the life of me remember what it was, but it's there. It's recorded.
Okay.
We're gonna find out. Unpopular opinion: suburban sprawl makes the U.S. a terrible place to live. Yes, but that's not an unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion: it's incredibly cruel to have to leave a dog at home alone all day. Yeah, I've always said if you don't have the time to be home, don't get a dog.
Yeah, like don't neglect your pets. Don't neglect your pets.
There's a lot of people that like get animals and like, but they're barely ever home. They just kind of want them there when they happen to be home, and it's kind of shitty.
Yeah, like it's okay if you go out like every now and then and you have to leave the dog home because you have no other options. Like that's fine, but if you're just not home most of the time and you just don't bring the dog with you wherever you go, then that's a real problem.
Yeah.
There's a difference between, leaving your dog at home because you can't bring them with you and just straight up neglect. And that borders on neglect.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. Saying you like a challenge when trying to go after someone who doesn't like you is just a cover-up for saying you enjoy conducting a sexual harassment.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It super is. Oh boy.
Okay, top comment says, the context on this one has shifted because the guys who generally said this, it used to mean from the perspective of an ugly guy trying to ask out a beautiful girl who most people would think they don't have a chance with, or a poor guy trying to date a girl who comes from a much wealthier family than them. But over time, it has definitely drifted into this direction of trying to get with someone who tells you they're not interested in you.
Yeah. Like, if you're trying to punch above your weight class, that's cool, actually. That's great. Yeah. That's awesome. Go for it. But if you are just dogging after somebody who does not want anything to do with you, red flag, don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, the meaning of the term has drifted over time.
It has, and it's...
just from being overused. Let's see here. Unpopular opinion. If you have any kind of severe dislike for a celebrity who you don't know, you are mentally weird and kind of pathetic. This is about Chris Pratt, isn't it?
It's about Chris Pratt, isn't it?
It is absolutely about Chris Pratt.
But you don't understand. He goes to a church where he might commit a racism.
No, he goes to a church where other people might commit a racism.
Jeez.
Or a homophobic, or commit a homophobia.
He might commit a hate crime.
Unpopular opinion: cold cut sandwiches are much better when toasted.
They're cold cuts. They're cold cuts. They're cold cuts.
No, I see what he's saying.
I mean, I get it, but
no, yeah, it's like when you I've done that. I make a bologna and cheese and then put it in the toaster oven. Yeah,
to be fair, I love doing that. That is really good.
No, I agree. He's great.
Yeah.
The way he worded it is stupid. But,
the wording is hilarious, but I do actually agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to actually have a really nice sandwich, like a nice sandwich toaster, and like I would use that thing so fucking often. It eventually broke because I used it so damn much, but man, I got all my use out of it.
Unpopular opinion: I dip soft pretzels in mustard. That's what you're supposed to do, you retard.
Yes.
That's like saying, unpopular opinion: I put milk in cereal.
Unpopular opinion: I like butter on my popcorn.
In a similar vein, unpopular opinion: Funko Pop figures are ugly and lazy. That is not an unpopular opinion.
That is not unpopular opinion.
Not unpopular, are you, Hotcake Ninja? Good username, though. Unpopular opinion: vinegar when drunk by itself tastes very good.
Why are you drinking vinegar?
I don't.
Y'all are weird. Oh boy, I'm so full from cigarettes. Yum.
Unpopular opinion, parent pickup has gotten ridiculous. If your town is like mine, around every school, up to an hour before it lets out, there's a crazy line around the block of parents picking up their kids. Why can't these kids ride the bus? It's unnecessary for 80% of these kids who get picked up. Edit. I knew the opinion was unpopular. That's why I posted it. I'm sorry many of you are upset. I wasn't trying to say you were bad parents for taking your kids to school. I just don't think it's always necessary. We're just all out here doing our best. No harm intended.
I don't have an opinion.
It's just so contextual.
It really is. It depends on what's going on at home, how convenient it is for the parent, the timing on everything. Like, there's a lot of factors that need to be factored in there, and it depends on the person.
Yeah. As people point out, though, a lot of this issue has to do with the fact that the pickup drop-off areas in schools are just poorly designed.
They typically are, yeah.
Yeah, that probably adds to the frustration. Although, somebody brings up a good point. My wife is a psychologist in private practice, and a lot of her patients are 12 to 17-year-old teens. I can tell you, based on what she's told me, most of the uncontrolled bullying at school happens on the bus rides to and from.
Yeah.
There's also the sexual and physical assaults disturbingly often. Savannah got fingered on the bus against her will. That boy is suspended. Yeah, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, honestly, at this point, if it's gotten to the point where nobody trusts public spaces anymore, schools should really be designing the pickup drop-off area to be better.
They really should be, and that's on the school.
Unpopular opinion, I hate weekends. OP is a manager.
I hate weekends. Why isn't anybody coming into work? Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Let's see. Unpopular opinion, cold bacon tastes better.
What?
Is OP eating uncooked bacon?
Are you... No, maybe it's like cooked bacon, but it's been refrigerated?
Let me look. Okay, he says, I'm not talking about raw bacon,
Okay,
but cooked and refrigerated bacon. The textures and flavors just feel more pronounced and distinct. It's a better experience.
I disagree.
Someone says too salty, which
Yeah.
is weird because it has the same amount of salt.
When it's... I don't know, I understand it, because when it's colder, it's easier for your mouth to actually, taste the salt.
Right.
Whereas when it's warmed up, more so the heat and the savoriness comes through.
I don't know if I agree. I feel like the best bacon I've had is usually very lukewarm. Let's see.
But not refrigerated.
Unpopular opinion, if you start a confrontation and are quick to grab a gun, you're a coward. Technically not, because that's the fight of the fight or flight.
A little bit.
Checkmate, atheists.
What does this have to do with religion?
I don't know. Unpopular opinion, older commercials are much better than the ones they do now. I think that's just selective bias.
Eat with no subs.
I think that's just selective bias.
Yeah.
It's sort of, yeah. It's like people are like, oh, old music was better. There's a lot of bad old music. You just don't remember it.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, cold brew is gross and objectively worse than regular coffee. I'll let you answer this one because I hate everything.
I'm not against cold brew, but I generally prefer hot coffee. Though, that said, it does depend on the coffee, because, I do like a good frappuccino.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's basically a coffee smoothie. That shit's banging.
Yeah.
It really does. It's really contextual, but, broadly speaking, cold brews, which is just, regular coffee, but brewed with cold water instead of hot water. Yeah, typically I'll go with hot coffee over cold brew.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, people using the word cringe to describe something they don't like is itself cringe.
Cringe?
Kink shaming is my kink.
I don't have an opinion. That's just funny. Unpopular opinion: sour cream and onion chips are better than any other flavor. I do like sour cream.
They
and
are
onion.
really good.
Mm-hmm,
That's my favorite flavor of Pringles.
It's my favorite flavor of Lay's.
True. Ooh, true.
Lay's sour cream and onion.
You know what?
Good.
Yeah, OP can be right.
Yeah. Do you like salt? Do you like salt and vinegar? I like salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar can be pretty good.
Sometimes it's too much. Like,
Yeah,
Oots brand is insane.
Yeah, that's my problem with salt and vinegar, because, like, if it's too heavy on the vinegar, it can just overpower the chip.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion: there is nothing inherently virtuous about working hard.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yes. Unpopular opinion: smart fridges are stupid. Well, they clearly can't be, since smart is in the name.
Checkmate.
Try again, idiot.
Gotcha.
They already thought of that. That's why they're smart fridges. Unpopular opinion: much of Reddit lacks nuance. That's not an unpopular opinion.
It's literally fact.
Unpopular opinion: the sweet and spicy combination is absolutely disgusting.
It depends, because, like, I've had some pretty nice sweet and spicy stuff. General Tso's chicken is delicious. I love General Tso's chicken. That is good.
Somebody brings up mango habanero.
Yeah.
You don't like mango habanero?
I've never had mango habanero.
I like saying mango habanero.
It's fun to say. Mango habanero.
Yeah. People bring up dark chocolate with chilies.
Okay, that
dark chocolate with chilies.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
I don't know if I've had enough things to really have an opinion on this.
Yeah. You know, I guess it kind of works best if it does have a savory component, like, you know, what I mentioned, General Tso's chicken. That's like a Korean barbecue thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion: pizza looks better when the cheese isn't melted?
What?
What?
OP, what the hell?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Do you... No, what?
Huh.
I don't know how to think of it.
Unpopular opinion: I like boiled hot dogs. You can boil them, but you gotta put a char on them.
Yeah.
Put them in the pan afterwards. Put them in the pan.
I do prefer pan-fried hot dogs, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty based and pan-pilled. Mozzarella is an overrated cheese. Is this the same guy? Hold on. Hold on. Is this... No, it's not the same guy. How do two people have this opinion?
I mean, I don't know. I like mozzarella.
Unpopular opinion: a soup is nothing more than a boiled salad. Some of them, sure.
Coffee is nothing more than dirty bean water.
I mean, factual, actually.
Tea is nothing but leaf soup.
Unpopular opinion: wireless earbuds are terrible. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Awful. They're fucking shit.
Factual.
Bluetooth was not made for this shit. It's shit quality. Awful.
Schwality.
Fucking, yeah. By the way, this episode of the Baka Gaijin Show is sponsored by Raycon earbuds.
No, it's not.
Nobody would ever pay us money.
Unfortunately. Manscaped might.
Yeah.
Your balls will thank you, Zeke.
I don't have a problem, Kevin. Why do you insist I have problems? Unpopular opinion: eating the powder for mixed drinks like chocolate milk is better than drinking it. Is OP a dog?
I don't have anything to say. What the fuck?
Unpopular opinion: fried pickles are disgusting.
Huh?
Fried pickles.
I've never had fried pickles. I wouldn't know.
Oh. Well, they're just pickles, but they rolled them in the egg wash in the flour and then deep fried them.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. It's deep frying. Everything's good as deep fried.
Of course.
Unpopular opinion, McDonald's chicken nuggets are the best.
Yes.
OP is rich. Sure, if you want to pay $30 for your McNuggets or whatever, fine.
It's not $30. You're overselling it.
They're overselling it, literally.
No.
It's so expensive. It's like fucking $4.50 for a 6-pack or something.
No, it's not nearly that bad.
It is like you don't live where I live. It is like $4.25 at least.
For a 6 count, it's like $2 over here.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You're gaslighting.
I'm not gaslighting you.
You are gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting you.
You are gaslighting me.
Not.
This lightning round is over. We got some friendship to repair. Fucking gaslighting me.
Not gaslighting.
This is Rage of Bahamut Genesis all over again.
This is what?
You are Rage of Bahamut Genesising me.
Dude, I don't know if that's a good show or not. I haven't seen it.
I'll tell you, it's not. It's based on a fucking browser TCG. It cannot be good. The laws of the universe demand it must not be. Everyone is trying to fucking gaslight me about Rage of Bahamut Genesis. It's the fucking McChicken Nuggets of anime.
All right.
This has been the Baka Gaijin Show. If you want to be part of the show, you can email us at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com. You can also join our official Discord server, link in the description. You can follow us on Twitter at ZekeFreak and at CCharmanderK. If you like this episode, you can subscribe to this account, this YouTube account, to be notified of all future episodes and any other videos I do. Things of that nature. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Chicken McNuggets are a scam. Thank you for listening. Ciao, ciao for now.